Let's roll. The Wicked Wednesday has begun for the pimps, the players, the hustlers, the people that bust them, and everybody else in between. From Costa Rica to California, Montreal to Minnesota, the late night anger management class has begun. All right, Babano's going to join us in a moment or two as we've got the Anaheim Ducks hosting the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're going to be dropping a puck in a couple of moments' time. Boston Bruins up right now on the pathetic, embarrassing, terrible Montreal Canadiens. Canadiens down 3-1. I don't know why I keep on betting on the motherfucking Montreal Canadiens. One thing about the Habs is they generally play well against the Boston Bruins, and they played on Saturday night. Boston beat them 4-3 in a shootout. They were plus 165, 170 this evening. I thought they were worth a small sprinkle. Evidently, I was wrong, man. It's 3-1 right now. We've got a couple of games going off the board later this evening. We've been talking about it. We don't like forcing late-night plays. But if you're scared, go to church. Scared money never wins. So, you know, we'll share our thoughts. Listen, I do like this Clipper game here this evening. We've got some numbers to back it up if you're into ATS trends and situations. And we got a good situation for the Clippers tonight as the Clippers, big line movement, though, up to 4.5 right now. It was 2 earlier in the day. 1.5, 2, up to 4.5 right now. Denver Nuggets played last night, and the Clippers have feasted on teams in this situation. They're actually 7-0-1 against the spread this year. The LA Clippers are when they're playing a team that played the night before. So the Clippers take advantage of tired teams. Now, the Clippers had that big win on Monday night. It'd be very Clipper-like for them to choke this evening and not win this game tonight. But I think they can. It's 4.5. Money line is 175. Total is 220. Utah Jazz and the Sacramento Kings going off the board in a matter of moments' time. And I'm going to do something that Kobe Bryant never did. Pass. Do I really want any part of this? If I had to bet the game, I would take the Utah Jazz. I don't want any part of this, so I will not take the Utah Jazz. I like the Clippers tonight in this spot. We've got a couple of college basketball games. UNLV and New Mexico just got started. You know, New Mexico historically always beat UNLV, so I can imagine UNLV getting a little bit of payback here, but I'm not really comfortable laying the 8 points. I do have a UNLV San Diego State money line parlay in play. We've got Arizona State on the road against Stanford. We'll get Babano's take on that game. We've got Nevada, San Jose State coming up as well. Of course, we got NFL football. Tom Brady hurt his hand in practice today. Jammed his hand on a helmet, evidently. And not just, supposedly it's like it's for real. It's not just, oh, yeah, he hit his hand on practice, but it's okay. It was like, no, like he left the practice. And he's, you know, it's not the end of the world. I don't know. He's probably not going to practice for the rest of the week. I think Tom Brady knows the playbook at this point in time. But I don't know. Is this the first sign of many things to come for Jacksonville to somehow pull off one of the biggest upsets in playoff history? Listen, it really would be. Jacksonville beating the Patriots this week would be one of the biggest upsets in NFL history. It really would be. I mean, there's been upsets in the past, but in the playoffs, not really too many. You know, like really big upsets. You know, Joe Namath. What was that, man? So what, like 1969 or something like that? The Jets won. They were like 16-point underdogs. They won the Super Bowl. The Patriots beat the Rams as 14-point underdogs in the Super Bowl. That's probably the biggest upset in playoff history. They cheated, though. They cheated. All right, we were waiting for Babano to step up and in, but I didn't send him the link. He normally joins us at 10:15, so. But I know there's a hockey game set to drop the puck in. There's in-game for everybody. Shout out to Match Fixing Alert last night. Hey, listen. Match Fixing Alert went 1-1, but he finished in the plus money. So good job. Good job by Match Fixing Alert. Except I got to tell you, he fucked my night up. I wasn't too happy, man. How many of you last night when Monica Puig was up 4-2 in the first set, you're like, fucking right, man. I know I was. Monica Puig went all the way to minus 150. I'm like, damn, man, I'm glad I got in on this Monica Puig. Then Monica Puig just motherfucking fell apart, man. Fucking double faults. Here I am. I'm thinking, man, I wouldn't be up at 4 in the morning watching this right now. I had to watch it. So I'm fucking watching it. And how many of you were like, I can't believe I bet on this fight? How many of you thought, I can't believe we fucking bet because some dude fucking called match fixing alert came in the chat? How many people are like, fuck me, man? Fuck. I wasn't, I was thinking, man, did we ever get played? We got played by some troll, man. Fucking some guy's laughing at us all right now, fuck. Because we all fucking, just because some idiot jumped in the chat, we all thought, oh, yeah, let's bet on it. Bet365 probably took like $5,000 and $50 bets last night. Everybody, even me, I clicked it. And then right before it started, I was like, well, if I'm going to bet it, I might as well bet it for real, fuck. So I fucking put more. It's 4-2. I'm like, this is great. I'm like, oh, yeah, this is good, fuck. I don't care if the Chinese, this is good. Fucking chick falls apart, man. Falls apart, fuck. Then I'm thinking, I can't believe fucking I just lost money because some fucking dude fucking came in the chat. And then, so after it was the Chinese game, and I was actually up. It was like 5 in the morning at this point in time. I'm all fucked up today. My schedule's fucked. I'm not happy. It was like 5 in the morning this morning. I'm like, yeah, these guys aren't going to win. Fuck. So I woke up this morning. I fucking just refreshed the account. I'm like, holy shit, they fucking won. So a match fixing alert came through last night. He gave us a plus 240 and a plus 220. One of them won. That's plus units. He redeemed himself with the Chinese win. And I got to tell you, he's on to something. Let's just take every Chinese fucking money line underdog. The league is fixed, fuck. Let's bring in Babano right now. Ian Cameron, who evidently figured out how to use the mute button. Normally, Babano comes into a room with all the grace of like a fucking elephant. Like, you hear him like, the video's cutting in and out and shit. He's, it's like, oh yeah, Babano's here. Babano, listen, nice and quiet, nice and slick tonight. What's up, Babano?
Nice and quiet indeed. How are you, my friend, on this Wednesday night? Cheers.
Well, good stuff. There's the mandatory beer. Good stuff, Babano. Listen, I'm going to warn you right now, Babano. Things got a little edgy with you last week, all right? I want you to save your edgy political rant for yourself. If you want to sort of get edgy like that and stuff, I'm sure there's some fucking 4chan chats for you. Or Breitbart, message boards might be a good place for you. So clean tonight if you can, Babano, huh?
That's what I heard, living in the Breitbart chats. That's exactly what I do on my free time when I'm kicking it, when I got nothing else to do, when I'm bored out of my skull. Let's do the Breitbart and let's hit up with some political and racial comments. But yeah, no, we're going to keep it nice and respectful tonight. I heard some rumblings. I did not see what happened last Friday night, but I'm hearing rumblings left and right. That show went off the train tracks, so to speak. So it's going to be a nice, calm, relaxing show. Nobody's going to be sniping at each other. No secret snipers waiting in the distance looking to take somebody down. We're going to get to business tonight.
Yeah, so So I heard Babano. You're the new handicapper for Breitbart Sports. Is it true? Are you covering the conference championship games and the Super Bowl for Breitbart Sport?
Yeah, if they were willing to pay me, why not?
So already Babano's like willing to throw. Why not? Yeah, I'll be honest. If they're willing to pay me, I'm listening. 4-1 right now, Boston Bruins. Montreal, yeah, you're going to pull the goalie again now? Fuck, are you guys bad, fuck. Like, the Canadiens are just really fucking bad. Like, you guys are fucking terrible. I've already done 1,000,001 motherfucking Canadian rants. What do you want me to say anymore about this team? But, fire Mark Bergevin, man. Start over. You're not making the playoffs. You guys in Montreal, you're always so high and mighty. No, we don't rebuild. We're the Canadiens. You haven't won a fucking cup in 25 fucking years, all right? Wake the fuck up, man. Wake the fuck up. Who do you have? You got nothing. you've got nothing. I said it before, and I say it again, and I know in Montreal it's sacrilegious, but I would even trade Carey Price. I would trade.
Well, there's issues every.
I would trade Max Pacioretty, and I would trade Carey Price. I would hold teams fucking hostage. You know how much you get for Carey Price right now? You're not going anywhere, man. You're not going anywhere. Fuck. You know, it sucks. I know. You just traded PK Subban before. You shouldn't have fucking done that. That was the beginning of the unraveling. But at this point in time, you're wasting Carey Price's career. You're not. If I'm Carey Price, I want out anyways. Get rid of Max Pacioretty. Get some top draft picks. Fleece teams for Pacioretty and fucking Carey Price. And rebuild, man. Because this shit ain't going anywhere. And you're going to have hot little girls like fucking Julie here looking sad. Fuck. This shit ain't going nowhere.
It isn't. I mean, you look at this Montreal team. They score 4 goals the other night, but Carey Price has an off night, and the defense is terrible. They lose 5-4 to the Islanders. Tonight, back to the same old dried-up offense. Can't put the puck in the ocean. 1 goal. Price plays better. They play a little bit better defensively. Now they can't score goals. It's always one thing or another with this Montreal Canadiens team that's keeping them back and leading to this dreadful season they've had. I don't see it getting any better for this hockey team. Max Pacioretty as a captain does absolutely nothing for me. Nothing. Zero. He has the personality and leadership skills of a...
I know trading Carey Price is very extreme, especially after Patrick and everything, so I get it. People in Montreal will fucking flip. But it's not working. You've had Carey Price for years, all right? And he's injury prone. And it's only going to continue. You know, you're not winning the fucking cup. You're not even making the playoffs. So what are you hanging on to? But Max Pacioretty has to go. He has to go. He's the one. Like, he needs to go. He needs to go. If they never should have gotten rid of PK Subban over fucking him in the fucking first place. You know, he needs to go. Like you said, he's the captain. It's one of these deals where he's not a bad player either, but he's not the guy to be in Montreal. He's not the guy to be the captain of the Montreal Canadiens. And he'll fit in on a good team, man. Put him on the fucking Rangers or something like that. You know, I mean, send him, you know, I don't know, man. You know, send him to a fucking the Penguins. You know, put him on a contender. He'll fit in. He'll be fine. But he can't fucking lead this fucking team. I gave up on this team years ago. You don't see me getting upset every night. I'm just mad tonight because I fucking bet on them.
Exactly. And a lot of bettors that have backed Montreal this season are getting mad at what they've seen from the Montreal Canadiens. Max Pacioretty has the personality and the leadership skills of a dried up raisin. Okay. I don't want that guy fucking leading my hockey team. And unfortunately, that's what you're getting right now with the Montreal Canadiens. He can't, he's not a leader of men, that guy. Christ, he can't even do the one thing that he's called upon to do consistently for this team this season. And that's put the puck in the net. You know, he's had scoring droughts left and right this season. And that's really the one thing he's good at. You know, he's not a great defensive hockey player. He's not great awareness when the puck's not on his stick. So if he's not producing for you, what the fuck good is he? And that's been the issue. And of course, as I said, I think he's terrible in terms of leading that.
Raisin Bran's pretty good, Babano.
I hate raisins. That's why I've made that a little statement. You know,
yeah, you know what? I'm so boring and old right now. I was eating Raisin Bran. And
I can't stand them.
At first, I didn't mind it, actually. I was like, you know what? It's all right. Fuck. And then the raisin part started to piss me off. So now I just stepped right into Matlock fucking territory. Just bran flakes. Not even Raisin Bran. And you know what, Babano? I like it. Like, I'm telling you, you get adjusted to shit. I used to eat a fucking poutine at 4 in the morning. Now I'm eating a bowl of bran flakes. No sugar, no nothing. Bran flakes and milk, fuck. And I'm thinking, you know what?
Regular, Gabe.
Small things in life.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? It's so bad with me with my distaste of raisins. Like, I can't stand the fucking things. I will not eat a butter tart if it's got raisins in it. Seriously, I will not. I will not even go near a butter tart or eat it.
You hate raisins, huh? You're not down.
No, exactly. Parents kept
wine? You're not much of a wine drinker then.
No, I'd spit them out. I like wine. That's weird. That's the weirdest thing.
Well, wine is grapes.
Yeah. I like grapes. I'll eat, green grapes. I'll eat the purple grapes. And they're good for me. I enjoy them. But raisins to me bug me. I don't like them. I can't figure it out. It's been that way since I was a kid. You'd feed me a raisin, I'd spit the fucking thing right out. Wouldn't have it.
Where the fuck does that dollar go to? Who gets that dollar?
Yeah, really.
Like, I appreciate Holden. Where's that dollar go? I don't even know. Like, who's he donating to? Oh, it goes to SBR. All right.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, don't donate money to them. They keep me operated here. I need the gig.
Any help for SBR is helping us.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are we able to do a betcast, Gabe and I?
Thank you very much, Holden.
Yeah.
Thanks, Holden.
Oh, that's good. That's going to help us do betcasts on Sunday like we're going to do, which I'm looking forward to. That'll be good.
Yeah, so speaking of which, yeah, I see you're fired up for the betcast, Babano. So are you going to stay home or are you going to come down here to Toronto? I was going to send you a message. You could do either.
Oh shit! I never even thought of that. Actually, coming to Toronto to do it.
Yeah, if you want,
keep it in mind. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Let's see how the schedule.
You're invited. Like I say, we can do it in person, or we can do it like this. But you can come down if you want. But it's kind of a pain in the ass for you. I was thinking about it because then, what are you going to do? You're going to come all day. That's a pain in the ass. You don't want to miss the other game, and then getting home after. It's going to be late. But it's up to you. But we have an announcement to make, actually. Of course, we did the national championship betcast with Jimmy and Loshak and the crew from Costa Rica. And we will be doing a very similar situation for the Super Bowl, except I will be in Costa Rica. So me and Donnie Rightside will be at the Sheraton for a live Super Bowl extravaganza. Super Bowl Sunday, whatever the fuck it is. Super Bowl 52. So, yeah, we're returning to Costa Rica. And, Super Bowls. So if anyone wants to come down and join us, jump on a plane, come down, hang out at the Sheraton and watch the game with us. One good thing about the Sheraton down there, guys, they don't have a sports book, but they have a betting machine, which is the same damn thing. And they even have hot chicks that stand right next to the betting machine to guide you through it. They really do, too.
Yeah, the bet box, the world famous bet box. I love that thing. Yeah.
Remember the cute chicks, though? That's their job. This chick just stands there and hangs out there. She was fucking.
Yeah, she was helping you
for $20 after I won.
I took a picture. I took a picture with you with one of them. I remember.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, "Thanks for I won the bet. I put $200 on one of this. It's like the only bet I won all weekend. But I won the first bet, and you and I lost like every CFL bet for the rest of the weekend. But yeah, they got that bet box there, and you can bet first half, second halves. The bet box isn't bad actually. So I'll have my bet, I'll bet online. I'll have my options. But, Super Bowl, get that casino feel. I'll be able to put some money in the machine and lay it down on the game and get paid right after the game.
No, it's awesome. No, I can't say enough about the Sheraton. I thought that place was great. The casino inside in Escazú there is actually the little municipality where it's located. It was really good. It had everything you needed. The bet box was fantastic. You could bet, a majority of the games, still have the good options there. Cash out after, punch your ticket, cash out after. That was sometimes a struggle for certain people I know that had some difficulties with that. But in the end, they got their money. That's all there is to it. It was good. I had a great experience down there.
Clam Chowder is going to find out. Oh, no. Clam Chowder in Costa Rica.
Yeah. He'll find a way to get there. I was shocked he was in Vancouver. Why not Costa Rica?
You know what? I really wouldn't put it past him. Once he finds out, I really wouldn't put it past him.
There's no part of the globe you can't keep him from tracking you down on. Yeah.
He's not staying with me in my room there.
No.
Not with all those hot chicks in Costa Rica. But, we'll see if Clam Chowder makes his way down here. I know it's short notice for people, but if you want to come down, we're going to be there. We're going to be at the Sheraton. There's the hotel right there. So, the hotel and the casino, and we're going to do the show at the casino. We're going to be locked up. We're going to be locked up there. So, yeah, it's going to be a good time. Couple of weeks away right now already. And, we've done a lot of Vegas Super Bowls over the years. Vegas has gotten soft, man. We're raising it up a notch. Like Drew says, we don't need football drinks filled with booze. We need like fucking Colombian cocaine.
It'd be great if the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. Donnie's going to be hopped up on a few things that day. If that's the case, he'll be flying off the walls of that place if they're there.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Well, Donnie only drinks, right? He smokes cigars. Donnie likes some, I think he likes his cognac and whiskey and stuff like that. And he smokes a cigar. Yeah, Donnie won't be hitting the rails.
No, he's a reserve drinker. Yeah. So
yeah, exactly. When Babano, when you say Donnie's going to be hopped up, you got to choose your words here. If you say someone's going to be hopped up in Costa Rica, that means, they're hopped up on blow.
He's going to be excited is what I should say.
Donnie will get drunk. He's not going to be hopped up.
He's a family man. Of course he's not going to be hopped up.
He'll be stoked. He'll be excited. I don't know, man. You know what? I think Donnie probably would be so happy if the Eagles won the Super Bowl. He'd probably do. If we told Donnie, listen, you got to do a line of cocaine. It's like a deal with the devil, fuck. It's like a deal with the devil. All right, you got to do cocaine, and then the Eagles would win. I think he'd do it.
If it helped the Eagles win, he would. I'm pretty confident.
I got to tell you, I would do it for the Buffalo Bills. I'll sacrifice. I'll do the deal. If you tell me I have to do a line of cocaine and the Buffalo Bills will win the Super Bowl, I'll have to do it. Against my will, of course. And it's not something that I want to do, but that'd be a good deal, actually. Just someone tell me, listen, you snort this line of cocaine and the fucking Bills win. I'd say, fucking chop it up. I'd say, chop that shit up, man. Let's go, fuck. But if I snort an 8-ball, do we win fucking 5 Super Bowls in a row?
Get that snow out there. Get it out. Get it out. We got a Super Bowl to win, goddammit.
It'd be like a great episode of Fantasy's Island, fuck. The Buffalo Bills can win the Super Bowl, but you must do this line of cocaine. It'd be like, chop it up, Ricardo. Let's
Sign
do
me
it.
up. Do what has to be done. I'll do whatever's necessary to complete this mission. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying, you go to Central America and you don't do cocaine. That's like fucking going to Italy and not eating fucking Italian food. It's like not drinking sake in Japan. Come on.
Yeah. No, it is. That's almost sacrilege. You can't eat sushi or drink sake in Japan. There's something wrong. Sake, I should say. Yeah.
Would I blow Trump for a Super Bowl? No.
Oh. No. We've got our scruples. Come on.
No.
And a little dignity, for crying out loud.
Maybe for enough money, but not for a Super Bowl. Like, what do I get out of the Bills winning a Super Bowl? Do I get a Super Bowl ring out of it at least? Hey, listen, Stormy Daniels got 130,000 at least. And for the record, Stormy Daniels is doing a tell-all interview tomorrow. She already did the interview, and shit's gonna hit the fan here. People are gonna, what's crazy too, and way to go for bringing Trump up.
I was gonna say, if any of us blow Trump, we're risking the fact that we may have to always resort to vomiting every time we look at ourselves in the mirror for the rest of our lives, and I don't think any of us want that.
Yeah, just like Stormy Daniels.
Yeah,
just like Stormy Daniels. Yes. Yeah. Fuck. I would do Hillary and Chelsea for a Bill Super Bowl. I'll admit that. I'll do that. Like, if you told me, listen, fuck, you got to stick it to Hillary Clinton and the Bills, I would have stuck it to Hillary to beat the Jags. Like, if you would have told me, like, listen, you got to go down and perform oral sex on Hillary Clinton. And I'm like, what do I get out of it? I'd be like, well, the Bills will beat the Jags. We promise. I'm like, all right, you guarantee it. The Bills are like, yeah, the Bills will beat the Jags, but you got to go down on her. I'd be like, all right, I'll do it, fuck. And then I'll say the following week, I'll say, listen, I'll do Chelsea, fuck, if we can beat the Pats. And Super Bowl, I'll consider doing Bill. Super Bowl, depends.
Yeah, but beer during the week, guys in the chat asking Labatt Blue, it's special beer during the weekend. So that's the answer to that.
LV Bet says that he'd do Chelsea for free. Come on, LV Joe.
You should still earn something for that, Joe.
LV Joe, let's not say things we can't take back.
Yeah. No, you still should be getting something in the mail for that. I mean, that's not something I would just sign up for and say, hey, free shots here.
I actually think I'd rather sleep with Hillary than Chelsea. It's true.
There's nothing that appeases me about Chelsea, to be honest, sexually.
No, that's true. I go. I would actually have to go for Hillary over Chelsea.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lesser of two evils. That's the way you got to look at it.
Chelsea.
Not much else.
Chelsea looks too much like a turtle.
Yeah. Turtle from Master of Disguise. I still remember that scene for some reason.
No, you guys are all younger than me. I'm old. I'd rather do Hillary Clinton and Linda McMahon. Ugh. Let's just change the subject. Fuck.
Yeah, we're going down a tricky, slippery path right now.
Yeah. You guys are nuts. Yeah, you're telling me I'm nuts. You're standing up for Chelsea Clinton. Yeah, I'm the crazy one. I'm the crazy one. What up, Andrew Sinceros? Hey, thanks, Babano, for steering us down this perverted path. All right, settle down, Brad. Everyone change the subject.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Stephanie McMahon. All right, that's fine. We all agree on that.
That Arizona State-Stanford game late night. What's up with that? There we go. Subject.
Yeah, exactly. That's Stephanie McMahon. All right, Stephanie McMahon's good. We all agree
the
on
Chicago Bulls came back and covered for me. Yippee. Chicago slips inside the number against Golden State.
You know what? It's actually still 0-0 in this hockey game right now. We're 11 minutes in, so Penguins are starting to heat up a little bit, Babano. What have they won 4 or 5 straight right now coming into the night?
They've won 4 in a row, and I'm on Pittsburgh tonight. Good momentum. Finally, a championship-level team that, with Golden States and Cleveland's in the NBA, Pittsburgh in the NHL, teams like this, they go through the motions for so much during the regular season. It's just a question of, is this team finally going to flip a switch and really get serious, up the intensity level, up the focus level on a night-in, night-out basis? Pittsburgh's starting to do that, and it's because, they're not guaranteed of even making the playoffs. I mean, they're in now, but they're not. They're still in a precarious position. They got to get on a roll. They're starting to play better. They're healthier now. Tristan Jarry, the goalie, who's been playing. Matt Murray's been injured, and now Matt Murray's gone home because his father passed away earlier today. Sad news for Matt Murray hearing that. But he's left the team, and Tristan Jarry's the goalie, and he's played well for this Pittsburgh Penguins team. And they're starting to get their shit together right now. And Anaheim's inconsistent, so I back Pittsburgh. They're the red-hot team, and they're in good form.
Yeah, I'm leading Pittsburgh too. Scoreless right now in this game. Yeah, I'm talking about the Pelicans. The Pelicans fucking screwed me tonight. I had them too on the money line. The Pelicans. They were leading all night as well. The NBA is in a weird time of the year right now. All right, so we have the Nuggets and the Clippers coming up, Urbano, and it's actually coming up. Time's flying. It's already 10:30. Coming up in a couple of minutes. So the Clippers are now 4 minus 175 on the money line. Denver played last night in Denver. Clippers have been off since Monday night, that big win against Houston. Technically, you figure it's kind of a letdown because they were kind of fired up on Monday night. But Denver played last night, and I brought it up earlier, Babano. The Clippers are actually 7-0-1 against the spread this year when they play against the team that played the night before. So there's a track record of Clippers taking advantage of this. Denver's a tough place to play in the altitude, even for the Nuggets. So it's tough to play. Denver and Utah are the two ones that you really want to keep your eye on. And the Denver-Utah combo is like certain death. So like if a team plays in Denver one night and they're in Utah the next night, they won't win. All right? And if a team is in Denver one night and they play somewhere else the next night, Denver and Utah, the two altitude cities, it really does hit these guys. I think the Clippers are in a good spot here, but I tell you what, the Clippers over the years, it's just so Clipper-like, Babano, for them to win a big game and then lose a game that they're favored by tonight, Before they used to always smack teams, shitty teams, and then lose real games. So now the other night they won a real game. Can they win this game tonight? It'd be very Clipper-like to choke tonight, but I think they get it done tonight.
Yeah, I don't like laying any points with the Clippers. Not now, rarely ever. They're coming off that huge, game where Chris Paul returns to town and they get that win.
They've won 5 in a row, Babano. They're winning games.
Yeah, they are. Let's see them if they do it tonight. Although it's not a great spot, as you said, for Denver back to back. But I'd take Nuggets +4 before I take the Clips here. That's just what I think I'd do.
All right, we're gonna let you go now, Babano. Interview's over.
Yep.
All right, so Babano. As I'm clicking the Clippers right now, we'll see what happens here. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm taking the Clippers. Although, you know what? I hate getting screwed on point spreads. I don't even care anymore. I just took the money line. So I'm on the Clippers on the money line. I've got that UNLV Fresno State money line parlay going right now. And we got some college basketball coming up here.
UNLV Fresno State or UNLV San Diego State?
Oh, sorry, UNLV San Diego State.
There you go. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Against Fresno State, yeah.
Fresno State plays that team tough, though. Very, very tough, and they're 6-1.
Yeah, I know. It could come down to the wire. It wouldn't shock me. I put a small play on it. You know what? New Mexico is beating UNLV right now anyways. It's 21-19.
Yeah, New Mexico to me and UNLV to me, laying points. I mean, they just haven't been the same. Like, they had that little run in non-conference play. They played great basketball. They were getting some nice wins, but still not consistent enough at the defensive end of the court for me to lay points with them. New Mexico, very flighty team, but long way to go. If UNLV turns it up offensively, they can run away with that. But so far, New Mexico hanging and leading right now.
Yeah, I said off the top of the program, New Mexico own UNLV, man. Yeah, they just do. They always have. San Diego State, too. UNLV are an overhyped program. But when you say, oh, they had one nice runner, yeah, they were beating shitty teams. Fuck. You know, when they beat Arizona, was that their win? They had a nice win or two earlier in the year. But overall, UNLV always do that. They always start off strong. Yep. People think they're fucking great, and then reality kicks in. They can't win on the road. Doesn't matter who's on their team. They haven't won on the road since Jerry Tarkanian was the coach. They just can't win. Like when Anthony Bennett, like I warned people with Anthony Bennett being the number one pick of the draft. That's when I was living there. So I saw him live. I was going to games and stuff. And it was the same shit then, man. Like Anthony Bennett would fucking kill it at home against, you know, these shitty teams, Colorado State and Wyoming and stuff. People, oh, number one pick in the draft. I'm like, man, the guy struggles on the road in the Mountain West. He ain't going to kill it in the NBA, man. But anyways, so we got some more West Coast basketball here this evening with Bano. Arizona State and Stanford's the big game tonight.
This is a very, very tricky game for me because I've really liked a lot of what I saw early in the season on Arizona State. But this is another team sort of like what we just talked about with UNLV, Gabe, is that the Arizona State overrated early and conference play sort of chewing up and spitting out poor Bobby Hurley's group so far. It's not been very good so far in Pac-12 play. The question is, you know, is this just a situation where the conference the teams in this conference know them, they're ready for them, they know what's coming, and there's nothing that's taken them by surprise, or is maybe Arizona State not as good or as a little bit overrated as you said that they were as early in the season? But that's going to be the question mark. I mean, you look at Pac-12 play, lost to Arizona, lost at Colorado in overtime. They barely beat Utah on the road. They lose to Oregon at home outright as favorites. They barely get past Oregon State. In their last game at home. They've been a point spread disaster in Pac-12 play. The question is, do you believe in Stanford? Because, you know, Stanford's played better basketball lately. They beat Washington and Washington State. They beat USC at home, which was a good win. They beat UCLA in overtime. They look like they're starting to pick things up. Reed Travis, tremendous player for Stanford, but unfortunately they have to rely on him too much. He doesn't get a lot of support. I still like these guards here. Trey Holder, Shannon Evans, Cody Justice for this Arizona State team. Three great players that Bobby Hurley can count on.
Battle.
Yeah.
Who do you like, Pabano?
I'm going to go Arizona State. I'm going to buck the trend here. I think Arizona State's got a buy low sign on them, and I think they're still better than Stanford. So give me the Sun Devils here, laying the points.
I like the Sun Devils here, too. I like the Clippers better, though, because they're at home. Yeah. Like you said, though, Stanford's on a nice little roll right now. They won 4 in a row.
Oh, they have. They've done good. And these morphing teams, sometimes you can ride them, you know, 4-0 straight up, 4-0 against the spread. There's nothing not to like with what Stanford's done. 2 home games
and 2 road games. Very impressive. Beating UCLA, beating USC, and then going on the road to the state of Washington, beating both the Washington schools. Yeah, you know what? I'm leaning Arizona State here, but I'm getting a little bit of cold feet here at laying 4 here, Bebeto. I can't lie.
Yeah, I mean, I still think Arizona State, top to bottom, a more potent scoring team. Obviously, defensive team. You probably, well, even based on the season-long numbers, Arizona State's got better defensive numbers than Stanford. I know lately it's not been that way for Arizona State defensively, but for the season, their numbers are still better defensively. So I still think this is a better team, more talented team. They played well against Stanford for the most part last year. 3 meetings, Arizona State 3-0 straight up and against the spread, head-to-head against Stanford. So they played well against this team last year.
It looks like Match Fixing Alerts makes his first appearance. Cortina Dampozo. All right. And keep us posted, Match Fixing Alerts. Your plus unit so far. Your reputation's alive, but let's not flood the chat here this evening.
I have no idea, by the way. Someone asked in the chat, is Tristan Jarry starting for Pittsburgh in net tomorrow against LA? Maybe, maybe not. It would be DeSmith, Connor DeSmith in net for Pittsburgh tomorrow night if he's not in.
All right. I'm on the money line, Andrew. I'm on the money line. Money line on the Clippers. And I can't lie, I'm getting cold feet with the Arizona pick. Arizona State pick.
I'm sticking with ASU. This is their spot.
Stanford, you're getting 4 points, man, with a team that's won 4 games in a row. They're kind of hot right now. You got a hot team against a sort of semi-cold team.
Yeah, but Arizona State rolled over this team last year. Beat them good in all 3 games, 3-0 straight up in ATS, won each game by 5 or more. So that covers the number here.
Feet are cold, Babano. No, cold feet.
Can always pass, but I know that's not in your DNA.
Yeah, cold feet. Actually, to be honest with you as well, I'm not too happy about that. Over this New Mexico UNLV game, man. It's blazing right now. 30-27 in game total, up to 160.5. So, yeah, Arizona State, guys, 4 points. The total's 159. I'm getting cold feet here. I can't pull the trigger on ASU. I already got to sweat out this stupid fucking public parlay I played with the UNLV running Rebels in San Diego State. Just going to get in on the Clippers here. And I'm hoping that I get this Clipper game on TV.
It should be ESPN game, I think. Oh, but then again,
yes, sir.
Yeah, there you go. Someone should pick it up here, TSN or Sportsnet.
Oh, you get great cover. NBA coverage is great in Canada.
It actually is better.
You get everything. Fuck. You get we get every game, and then all those Laker games. They can't complain. Look, we had all the Vegas Golden Knight games. During the winter, the sports pack, the cable is pretty good. Because you got fucking 5 sports nets and 5 TSNs. That's 10 networks. So you got a lot of good stuff. I can't complain.
Yeah, on the few nights that the 3 of the channels aren't showing the same damn thing 2 straight hours. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, people don't realize that the channels are different in each market. Like, I get frustrated by that, Like in Montreal, in the hotel room in Montreal, on NFL Sunday, I didn't get the NFL game on TSN. I got hockey. Like so people think, oh, it's the same everywhere. Yeah, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. They actually they tailor to the market more so.
Yeah.
It's Australian Open.
Yeah, here's how it works with TSN. TSN2 has to break away from regular programming for Montreal Canadiens regional games on TSN2. It's that way for TSN3 with Winnipeg Jets games. It's like that with TSN5 for Ottawa Senators games.
Well, we're getting a little specific now, Babano.
That's exactly what they do, yeah, and that's why it throws off
information.
Yeah, that's how they work it.
Babano's just such a wordsmith.
I know.
Dear
keep up on the TV. I got to know where these games are. I'm watching 10 million games a night. Got to know where they are, how to find them, when they're on, who's broadcasting them.
All right. Yeah, is Bouchard playing right now? Is that her? I was just flicking around. I was going to say, I can't lie, guys. I have a hard time watching the women's tennis, and I'm a women's tennis fan, but the chicks are too hot, fuck. Yeah. Even last night, every time Monica Puig served, I was just looking at her ass. Her fucking skirt would pop up.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, I'm an old pervert now. Fuck, I'm watching fucking women's tennis, like leering at. Even when Puig lost, I was like, yeah, she lost, but fuck, she's got nice legs.
You're veering closer and closer to old man with the cane, looking at the cute young girls in the park status. Yeah.
Settle down, Babano. Settle down. See, once again, Babano's talking about looking at little girls in a park. Like, you really are a fucking wordsmith, aren't you, Babano?
Yes. It's my skill.
It's a bad skill. Like, it's a bad skill. Babano. Old man and the cane leering at girls in the park. Like,
you don't think that happens in real life? It does.
All right, just give me a second, Babano. You always throw me, like you said, you keep me wondering, eh? Fuck, you always got to like soil the show somehow, man. It's like a new low. Every Wednesday, it's a new low. Even tune in Wednesday night. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I know, man. It was creepy. It didn't come across well at all. Holy fuck, man. What up, MVP Sports? It's like, once again, I told you last week, Babano should have a Hallmark card. Fuck. Happy birthday. Congratulations on hitting 60. Now you can go creep on little girls at the park.
Little girls in the park. Exactly, yeah.
It's like Babano, new low Wednesdays. Like, I need like, somebody needs to change the subject here, man. Like, Babano's just this, like the second time you've thrown us for a loop here tonight.
I know. Little Gina, she is playing on Sportsnet, so there you go.
Not Little Genie. Fuck. That's just creepy in its own right again.
I know.
What do you mean Little Genie?
It's a great Elton John song from back in the day. That's nothing creepy about that. Great
He's
song.
probably like 3 years younger than you.
Yeah.
Little Genie. Holy crap, Babano. Little Genie. I've never heard anyone Little Genie. Oh, I'm dying. All right.
We got Gabe dying.
I asked you off the top of the show to try to keep it clean, and now you're getting worse than last week. Last week it's like racial edgy, and now you're hitting like fucking Woody Allen territory here.
It is.
Fucking Park, Little Genie. Holy, like what? Babano.
What do you want me to say? Yeah. What do you want me to say?
Babano can't fucking wait for the Olympic figure skating to start. Fuck.
Well, I don't have anything for Tessa Virtue of clever saying or song that I can reference for her. So you got me there. You got me stuck.
Yeah, I don't know. What's the trifecta next week? Well, what can Babano do next week?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Little Genie. You're even creeping fucking MVP Sports out. MVP Sports, a big pervert.
Yeah. Stoogie?
Hey, MVP
no,
Sports, you're even
Stoogie, don't say. Yeah.
Yeah, and poor right now. You know what, guys? Let's bet against Jeannie Bouchard tonight. Right now, Jeannie Bouchard, poor girl, she's in her locker room. She just got like a chill down her spine when Babano said,
I put the hex on. Yeah. I put the curse on. Yeah.
Little Genie plays tonight. Following the Park remark. The old man Park remark followed up by Little Genie coming up a little later on. Like little Jeannie Bouchard right now is in her room. She was like, ugh. She doesn't know why. What's the number? What are the odds? I'm telling you, let's bet against her. Because then she'll lose, and it's your fault, Babano, because you creeped her out.
Yeah, Babano night rules. It does. Keeps things interesting. Keeps the people tuned in and listening.
Settle down, Ty Rich. Although that's a good point. You're right.
Yeah, if Jeannie Bouchard loses this match tonight, they'll ask her in the press conference, what threw you off your game tonight? Yeah, some fuckhead capper in Dundas, Ontario said Little Genie, and it just made me all chills and tense up and just I couldn't breathe out there.
No, Babano wasn't racist last week.
No, it's all in fun. We're playing around. We're being funny here.
Well, no, he actually was kind of racist against white people.
Yeah. Yeah, against my own race. Yeah.
Against Caucasians.
Yeah.
Against Caucasians.
I'm putting us down, my own people down. Yeah.
Settle down, Dempsey. I don't want to see anyone say Little Genie anymore. Right? You're all creeps.
Yeah, listen to the Elton John song, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
We're not listening to any Elton John songs. Fuck. All right, stop talking. That's even more perverted now. Now he's telling us to listen to fucking Elton John songs. Like, what's next? Like, holy crap, Babano. All right. Yeah, normally we take a break at 11 o'clock to blaze one, but I think we need a 10-minute earlier break right now. Yeah, like exactly. Babano's going to defend the SEAL Club. The annual SEAL Club coming up in Canada. Babano defends it. And no, don't even say anything. Don't hear. Yeah, Babano, next U.S. gymnastics coach. That's all right. Line of the night. Everybody end it.
That's good, actually. Yeah.
The line of the night. You know what? I swear to God, if somebody did a GIF of fucking a Babano in the U.S. gymnastics tracksuit, fuck.
Yeah. I would not look good in that thing. That would be a hellish experience putting that damn thing on.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see me.
Babano. He's the new.
You have to hit me over the head with a 2x4 before I put a jumpsuit on.
For the NFL playoffs at Breitbart.com. He's the new fucking gymnastics coach for the U.S. women's gymnastics team. And Babano is appearing in a new Woody Allen movie.
Yep. That's honestly what I do in my free time. You've basically nailed everything I do outside of handicapping. Yep.
Boy, Babano's like, he's like, I don't know what's going on here, man. I think my rep could be taking a hit here.
No, my rep's fine. My rep's fine.
No, you look whiter than normal tonight, Babano. Like, holy fuck, man.
No, I was.
Huh?
There we go. Told you, 1-zip.
Yeah. Babano did tell us. Well, of course you're a good hockey capper. It's a white sport, Babano.
Yeah. I got to be good at that one, right?
What a shock that Babano's favorite sport is hockey, eh, guys?
That's not true, actually. Football is my favorite. Football is my favorite, actually. It is. I'm not the be-all, end-all that hockey is in this country like so many other people. There's more things I can do other than just hockey. I'll watch college football any day on a Saturday over hockey night in Canada. You can book it, and I've done that weeks and months on end over the years. So, hockey I love. It's a great sport, but I love football every bit as much, if not more, and that's the honest truth. Like, I will have no problem watching college football over hockey night in Canada on a Saturday night in October. No problem whatsoever.
That was racist. All right, settle down, Milky White. I'll kick you out right now, but I got a little problem here for some reason. Here we go. Holy fuck, every fucking night is different fucking shit in this fucking chat.
Nobody's been booted yet, I don't think. That's a good thing.
Yeah, because I'm fucking trying to figure it out right now. That's why. I'm choking to death. That's why. All right. Here, let's take the let's parlay this shit up right now. Pittsburgh Penguins. Stupid bet 365. Stupid Flanders. Fucking Penguins minus. I'm telling you, the Ducks are big fucking. The Ducks are so overrated.
Ducks are as healthy as they've been all season, and they still can't really get on any sort of roll or any sort of win streak. They got Corey Perry back. They got Getzlaf. They've got Fowler. They got all their big guns back. What's the problem here? They just can't still get consistency here at this Anaheim team.
All right. Okay, so Babano is laying the points. Arizona State.
I am. I like him. It's all about buying low, and Arizona State stock has dropped after the start of this Pac-12 conference season, which has not started well for them. So I'm going to buy low on them tonight.
All right. I have to manage this. As we go right now. Sorry, Babano. I don't know if you notice this, Babano. Like, what about you? You're in the chat, Babano. You have power right now, right?
Yeah, but I'm glancing in and out of the chat. I'm not staring at it.
Kick this Milky White guy out. I'm having a problem right now.
All right, let's see if we can track him down here. What is he? Milky White. Okay. Let's see. Looking for him here. He's not there. Milky. Oh, there he is. Milky white trichomes. Trichomes. Okay.
Hey, get him out of here.
There he is. All right. Here we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Okay, now I got it. I just did it. Sorry. My bad. There we go.
Yep.
Hey, go suck your mother's fucking clit, fuckface. Get out of here.
There we go. He gone. He gone. He's getting the old Hawk Harrelson treatment. He gone. Yep.
Fuck off. You know what a dick this guy's such a loser is, though? Is Babano, I don't even like logging into my own accounts. Can you imagine being so pathetic as to getting kicked out and having to create a new username constantly, like 20 times a night?
Like, I think it's hysterical.
Like that's how this punk spends his night. Like, he got kicked out now. Oh, I'm going to start a new. That's your fucking life. Like, holy shit. Fuck. If there is a God, you'll lose your hand in a blender accident or something. Fuck. You'll never be able to type again. That's the best thing would be able to happen to this fucking kid.
I can't imagine. I think it's hysterical and sad and pathetic all in one. It's hysterical because it's hilarious. Someone actually has little to do in their lives than just do that and recycle different accounts just to get in the chat saying the same inane, stupid, immature stuff and really not impress anybody other than just make yourself look like an ass and just do that over and over again and not have something better to do at 11 p.m. on a weeknight than this. That's the hysterical part about it, in my opinion. I love it.
Yeah, great. Now we have a little genie in the chat. Fuck.
Oh, we know who caused that. Yours truly.
Exactly, Shadow. Nobody wants to make an account. I hate making accounts. Yeah, he actually creates accounts. Exactly. Like, think about that. Like, he actually, like, he gets out this. It's the same guy, guys. He gets kicked out a million times a night. He's going to be back in a few minutes with a fake this name or that name. He's going to say something stupid to me. And he's going to create it. Like, think about the patheticness of that. That he actually spends that much time creating new accounts. Like, that's just, it's beyond the pale. Like, I don't care, though. Whatever. It just gives us more hits anyway. So, yeah.
Exactly. You're watching, and he thinks he's insulting us, and he's bothering us, and he's angering us. You're the fucktard watching us and spending time out of your whatever it is you call a life watching this and typing in the chat and then trying to annoy us. So who's the real fool and who's the real joke on, really?
DK's asking. No, I don't think that's the guy that buys the dislikes.
No, that's someone else.
I don't want to say the guy's name to buy the dislikes. It's it's that other guy, the nut job fucking wannabe capper guy that buys the dislikes. Our guy's just a psycho troll who's obsessed with me. Fuck.
Yeah, we don't want to go with the Chris Barr stuff. I mean, that's a totally different kettle of fish with that guy. Mental illness.
Didn't say the name Babano. Like, holy fuck, Babano. Like, you really are. Like, it's. Hey, Babano.
Well, we don't have to pretend we don't know who it is. We do. We get all our shit out in the open here.
You guys hear this? Like, no, I'm trying not to give the guy any fucking name. And then you say, like, it's like, I swear to God, Babano, I would never fucking do a crime with you. I would never fucking tell you about a crime that I did. I would never, like, you can't be shared with a vault, bro. Like, you just have an inane ability to spit words out that are the wrong fucking thing to say all the time. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I would never, like, I'd never, like, it's unbelievable. Like, you just open right up. Like, the cops would crack you in 10 seconds.
That's true. But I'd also know what situation is a lot more serious than what this is right now. So that if the time came where I'd have to keep my trap shut, my yap shut, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, no. You'd be done, fuck. You'd be done. Done. Babano's got no vault.
No.
Like Chris Blanchard, you hear what I'm saying? Like, you guys notice when I was like, yeah, that guy. And then, yeah, we don't want to give him any. Like what? Like, All right.
That's why I'm not involved in. That's why I'm not a spy, or I'm not involved in any espionage plots. Let's put it
No,
that way.
dear God,
I'm
no.
not in that business.
No, no. You would no. You couldn't get into spy school, Babano. Holy fuck, no.
No way.
Well, I don't know. You could fool people because they'd say there's no goddamn way this guy's a spy. Fuck.
No. It's the problem with the handicapping business. I never talked as much in 26 years as I have the 6 years that I've been a handicapper. That's what the real problem started.
All right, fuck, man.
The young, quiet little boy known as Ian Cameron is dead. Has been dead for a while.
Every few spy school, yeah, but Babano's gone to CIA school. There's no key needed, says Blanchard. God bless Babano. All right. We'll get back on track here. Every time Babano says something, I'm dropping a little bit bigger bud here. Fuck, just gonna have a big, massive fucking big carry. 21-20 in the basketball game right now for the LA Clippers. All right. 23-20. I think the Clippers going to get this shit done here tonight. All right. So everybody blaze one right now. We appreciate the thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. And not so much for us, but for SBR. If you didn't hear the news, and I know you just got here, MVP, it's too bad it's such short notice. This is why I was hoping we could have announced this earlier so people could have had a chance to set this up. But we will be broadcasting the Super Bowl live from the Sheraton in Costa Rica. We're going to the SBR headquarters. It's going to be Donnie Rightside, yours truly, myself, Pete Loshak, and Jimmy the Bag, hosting a Super Bowl extravaganza from Costa Rica. We return. Super Bowl 52.
Big news. Speaking of big news, Arizona's killing Cal, 77-58. I need to start laying double digits on the road more than I do. I get scared. I get cold feet. I knew Arizona had a chance to plaster that team, and they're doing just that. Frustrating.
Andrew says, can I get tickets to that? No one's stopping you. Yeah, people are free to come down. There's a casino, and there's a hotel, casino there.
Yeah, anyone that wants to go for it. It's a great hotel. I can't say enough about the hotel. Great hotel there. They treated us well. Nice place, clean. Great casino. Bet box. What more could you want?
Yeah, no, it's very Vegas-like, the casino. Like, to be honest, like you can't really, I don't know. I'm a casino veteran, but you can't really tell like the difference, really. You know what I mean? It's a nice casino. Yeah, it's upscale. It's a little small though, right? There's not a million tables and stuff. It's a little small, but it's an upscale casino, and it's nice in there.
No, it is, and it's got the upstairs rooftop nightclub bar. That's good.
I never made it up there. Was it pretty cool up there?
Nice spot, really nice spot.
You can hot chicks dancing and shit.
There were, yeah, that was great. That was an excellent part of it. And yeah, you could drink there, and it was great. You could see the whole skyline of San Jose there from the rooftop patio.
I was there fucking 4 days. I never made it up there.
Oh, it was great. I loved that. Yeah, because Donnie Rightside loved that place too. He was up there a time or two as well. Yeah.
I went so fucking hard, those 2 days that I partied that I didn't get out much.
Now you're going to get a chance to make up for it, make amends. Check that place out when you're there in a couple weeks.
Yeah, exactly. I will. I'll check out the nightclub on top. I never made it up there. I never got past the third floor.
My kind of music too. That.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there for the Super Bowl. We'll have the exact dates and all that. We're gonna be getting there, but we look forward to that. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and we'll talk NFL football. Tom Brady jammed his hand today. He's not going to be missing the game or anything, but it's more than just a minor, he bumped his finger. Like, supposedly he hurt his hand. But it's not the end of the world type of deal. But is this the beginning of the beginning of the storyline. I don't know. To me, it looks like the Jags are living in the past too much. Saw Jacksonville Bakery today. Fucking sent a bunch of turnovers to Ben Roethlisberger. So settle down, Jacksonville. Fuck, all right? You're lucky you beat the Buffalo fucking Bills, 2 weeks ago.
No, exactly. Everybody's saying, no, Tom Brady jammed his hand today. Tom Brady jammed his hand. I think you're jamming your money down the toilet trying to bet against this team right now. But that's something we'll get into after the break.
All right, so quick break. Go cleanse your mind, smoke a bowl, and try to forget about some of the filth that Babano threw at us.
Forget the smut and all the other stuff of the last hour. Just pretend it never happened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, try to forget the little genie and the all the other comments.
You bringing it up's not going to help them do that.
That's Babano's new nickname. Little Genie.
Yeah.
Little Gene. What up, Little Gene?
Yeah, it's actually a step up from Pee Wee, so I don't know. Maybe it's an upgrade.
Well, the Pee Wee Herman's a big star, Babano. I don't freak out when people say I look like Mr. Clean. I do. I don't really look like Mr. Clean. I look
what about
like
Vin Diesel? They don't say Vin Diesel about you too, yeah.
Yeah, I get the Vin Diesel a lot.
Yeah. I
had a chick the other day that was very flirty with me about this. She's like, "Oh, you're like Vin Diesel." She's like, "Oh, I love your voice." I was like, "Wow." I was thinking, yeah, I don't have the money that Vin Diesel has. Somebody told me the other day I look like Moby, and although I'm not overly happy about that. I couldn't really disagree. But really, all us white bald guys look the same to you, don't we, Babano?
Yeah. What's that Moby song? Hey, woman, hey, that stupid Moby song he did all the years and years ago.
We all look the same to Babano.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Be back on the other side.
All right, we'll be back in 5, guys.
Malice and hate, eternal suffering, it's your fate. Violent resistance, collision blood, massive violence, lighting charge, TV of souls, mouth of gun, fully smash, the opposition. Feel my surge, degradation, streets of mercy go unheard, civilized torture, malice and hate, eternal suffering, is your fate. All right, 37-31 for the Clippers right now. 37-31 Clippers. So we kick it with Ian Cameron. We had Alex Smith on last night. We got McInnes on maybe next week. Talk some pucks. Babano might already have probably already looked at Thursday's board, but we'll talk some NFL football right now. So as this game approaches, weather's not going to be a factor this weekend in either game. A little bit of line movement. The total came down from 46.5 to 46 in the Patriots and the Jags game. The common consensus is to everyone I speak to this week, Babano, is that this number is going to go up. That it's probably going to hit 10. And if you like it, getting the Patriots now at 9 under the key number at 10 is pretty big. Maybe it goes to 9.5, but I think it probably hits 10. I think the public will start to bet the Patriots as the weekend approaches.
Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, but at the same point in time, we talk about how the sharps all year bet against New England a ton. There was Tennessee money rolling in last week before that game against New England, and it was people just saying
how sharp was that? The Patriots are 10-1 against the spread in their last 11 games.
Yeah, exactly. 10-1 against the spread the last 11 games this season. They ended the season last year 14-2 straight up, 15-3 against the spread last year. I mean, just tremendous. Like, they have been a point spread machine. They've been absolutely remarkable. And they ended the season, I think, something like 8-1, 9-1 against the spread last year as well down the stretch. So to me, as incredible as it is to say, despite how public they are and how popular they are, and the just defending Super Bowl champion, there is still point spread winners left and right to support this New England team. And we saw it again last week against Tennessee. You really didn't have to sweat that one out at all. I played New England already, Gabe, in this game on a teaser. I got it down to 2.5. I don't know if they cover the 8.5, but I think New England will win this football game. I really do. It's going to be hard for Blake Bortles in that offense. I think in Foxborough, it's another road game for them for a second straight week. You're going on the road facing this team. I think they're going to struggle to move the ball. And I think, this Jacksonville defense, we talk about how good they are. They got a great pass rush, Calais Campbell and company, the secondary with Jalen Ramsey. They brought in Barry Church, of course, from Dallas to help that secondary too. But Big Ben picked them apart throwing the football against them for a large majority of that game, especially when he got going and on a rhythm in the second half. Jacksonville really couldn't do much to slow him down. The one concern I have for New England is their receivers. Do they have separation ability like an Antonio Brown and a Martavis Bryant have? That's one concern. I don't love the outside receivers for New England a lot, but I think they are inside.
Brandon Cooks doesn't have separability.
He could. Yeah, he's good. He's the one guy that could. But I think over the middle is where New England's going to really hurt this Jacksonville team. Amendola, they've been going to him early and often. We know Gronkowski's almost uncoverable at this point, can't defend him. I'm looking at Amendola, Gronkowski over receptions props, something along those lines in this game. I think that's something you can target. Target the middle of the field is what I expect Brady to do. And when he targets the middle of the field, who does he look to? Amendola and Gronkowski. I think they'll pile up some reception numbers, maybe some receiving yard numbers as well in this game.
You look at the Jacksonville Jaguars, they fall into a tough spot of teams trying to win back-to-back games on the road in the playoffs. And we've seen the teams fall one by one doing it. Tennessee won a game on the road in the playoffs. Boom, they lost the following week. The Atlanta Falcons won a game on the playoffs. Boom, they lost the following week. Now the Jacksonville Jaguars win a game on the road in the playoffs. They're going to lose the following week. Now, it depends on how many points are they going to lose by. I think the wheels are going to fall off for the Jags in this football game. But you can't discount what they've accomplished. But as you mentioned, their fourth game in their last 5 weeks on the road, similar situation that Atlanta found themselves in last week. They're going to be fired up though. So I don't think, and Jacksonville's a young team. I really don't think like physical fatigue will be a problem for them, but I think mental fatigue will be a problem for them. They're not a disciplined team. They're a bunch of psychotic fucking young nut jobs. They're good and they're raw and they're nasty and they're violent and they're going to go after Brady and Gronk and they're going to punch him in the mouth and all that. But over the course of 3.5 hours, over the course of 60 minutes of football time, the penalties will start to add up. The breakdowns will start to add up. And I've been pro Blake Bortles, and I'm pro Foles and Keenum. I'm not one of these guys. What about the quarterback? Whatever, man. Most of the quarterbacks in the NFL suck. Now, there's only a few Drew Breeses and Tom Brady's, and Drew Brees just lost last week to Case Keenum. So I'm not one of these, the quarterback sucks type of guys. But Blake Bortles is going to have a hard time. Something that nobody talks about, guys, and Babano, in this game is the Patriots defense, all right? It's always about Gronkowski, and I do it too, and you didn't even bring up Dion Lewis, who's fucking shredding teams right now. All right, Dion Lewis is a fantasy fucking stud and machine. He puts up massive numbers on a weekly basis, but nobody's talking about the Patriots defense. And so earlier in the year, the Patriots defense got shredded. They gave up 42 points in the first game, 41 or 42 to the Chiefs. They gave up 33 to the Houston Texans and Deshaun Watson. And then they gave up 36 to the Carolina Panthers. In like 3 or 4 games, they got fucking shredded defensively. Since then, ever since that Thursday nighter, that Tampa game, they've shored things up, man. And, listen to this. Over the last 11 games, they've given up 14 points per game. That's like right what Philadelphia and Minnesota do. Minnesota give up 12 a game at home. Philadelphia give 13 a game at home. New England have given up 14 as a whole over the last 11 games. All right. The first 5 games of the season, the New England Patriots gave up 441 yards per game on offense. And I'm not a big yard guy because it can be deceptive. If you're leading by a lot, you give up yards. But they weren't leading by a lot. They were just fucking in track meets and they couldn't stop anybody. They were giving up 441 yards a game. Over the last 11 games of the season, they tightened that down to 313 yards a game. So we can talk about the Jags defense. We can talk about, the matchups and how they're going to stop Gronk. And the thing is, the Patriots are going to run the ball more than the Steelers did because they're not as stupid as Pittsburgh are. But people are talking about the defensive matchup of this, in which Jacksonville are going to have a hard time scoring on New England. They just are.
They played a lot better. I mean, they really, really have. I mean, you got to throw out the season-long numbers that show that New England's still in the 20s and even low, even 30, flirting around that range in terms of their full season numbers, because it's not reflective of the way they've played lately. You go down the list of the recent games for New England, and it speaks to that defensive uptick and that turnaround you mentioned. They only gave up 14 to Tennessee last week, and the last touchdown was a garbage touchdown in the last minute with the game already well out of reach. They shut down the Jets. They shut down the Bills. They hold Pittsburgh to 24, which is pretty good considering we just saw Pittsburgh put 42 on the board against that Jacksonville defense. They gave up 27 to Miami and Jay Cutler. Okay, that was Monday night in Miami, and New England struggles there typically. So you can't go crazy about that being a bad defensive performance from New England. You're right. Down the list, they've been a much better defensive team, and that's going to be the concern here. I mean, and even against the run, did Derrick Henry get going last week against New England's defense? Not really. They put the clamps on him pretty good. So again, if it comes to a situation here on Sunday, Jacksonville can't run the football, where does Blake Bortles go in a one-dimensional offense to move the ball and put up points? I'd have a hard time envisioning that. The question is, are we going to get that New England defense again? But there is no doubt they played much better second half of the season onward.
Yeah, no, the defense for the Patriots isn't a problem. All four teams, though, it's the first time all four teams are basically top five defenses right now. Specifically, you look at the Jags, the Vikings, the Eagles, the Patriots defense as far as points allowed per game. And there's a big fallacy. I mean, I've been saying this a lot this year as far as perception and reality is concerned, Babano. I mean, as a whole, the New England Patriots have given up 18 points per game this year, which is very good. In a modern NFL, there's nothing wrong with that. So, people talk, the Jacksonville Jaguar defense is fucking fierce and all this shit. And it is. But the fact of the matter is, guys, the Jacksonville Jaguar defense gives up 17.4 points per football game. The New England Patriots defense gives up 18.2 points per football game. And the New England Patriots play in a much tougher fucking division than Jacksonville do. That's another thing that we have to bring up. Jacksonville are a decent team, but the Indianapolis Colts are a joke. The Tennessee, the Houston Texans were a joke this year, and you've got the Tennessee Titans who are decent. They're okay. So they give up 17 points per game. On the road, you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road, they give up 19.3 points per game. The Patriots at home are giving up 20 points per game. And even with the prowess of Saxonville and all this other shit, the fact remains the Jacksonville Jaguars are 9-9 as far as totals are concerned. I mean, they make plays, they're spectacular, they sack you, they talk a lot of shit, they're physical as fuck, but they also have been beaten a lot, Babano, and given up chunks of points and chunks of yards, this team.
Yeah, I mean, and New England, everybody talks about how New England gives up chunks of yards, and you can move the ball against New England, but they play good situational defense. What they do is when you get inside the 20, it's not easy to punch in touchdowns against them. That's the way New England goes. You can get your yards in between the 20s, you can get down to the opponent's 40, 35-yard line, but then they get a big sack and they force you out of field goal range, and all of a sudden you got to punt. I've seen that time and time again from New England's defense. So that is what they do. You can move the ball against them to a point, but they're playing very good situational defense right now. When you get the ball in the red zone against them right now, you're having a tough time finishing off that drive and converting it into a touchdown. That's the kind of defense you're getting from New England. Once Pittsburgh got going last week, I mean, Jacksonville didn't have a huge big-time answer. That's a little bit of a concern here. I know everyone's talking about how good of a defensive front they've got. Now the secondary with A.J. Boye and Jalen Ramsey's one of the most elite cornerback tandems in the NFL. Well, they got burned a little bit a couple of times, especially in the second half of that game last week. That concerns me going up against Brady's bunch.
Yeah, I think to me the question is just what do we do with the total? I let you mention you teased it. What did you tease it with? The other game or the side or the total of this game?
My primary wager, and again, you're slim pickings. You got 2 games, but you want to bet something, and you got to find something that you can really go at. I went at a New England is 1 leg of a teaser down to -2.5. Philadelphia up to +9 on another leg of a teaser. So we've got one side in one game, one side in the other game teased. Philly +9, New England -2.5. I think that's pretty good.
I can't argue with it. Listen, I think Minnesota's going to win the game, but I can't argue with that teaser. Now you can get them up to +10 on a 7-point teaser. Well, I can't argue that. But as far as this Patriot Jag game, before we move on, yeah, the Patriots are going to get to 28. They're going to get to 30. Yeah, that's just what they do. You're not going to stop it. The Patriots team total is 28.5. They're going to get there. I'm looking at this game and I'm looking at the team totals, and I sort of think that it's going to be kind of pretty accurate to this. 28-17 wouldn't surprise me, which would creep just under the number.
Yeah, I mean, the total's tough. The total's really, really, really tough.
I'm leaning to the over, Babano, I'll tell you. I like the Tennessee game, even though we had to cry at home. You know, I'm sort of thinking, 30, same shit, man. 31-17, 35-20, 35-14, whatever, in that sort of range. But it could dance right around that number. But I like your teaser. But what I will do, let's play the Patriots. Let's play the Patriots and then tease it to the over 39. I'm comfortable that we can get to 40 points in this game.
Yeah, I mean, over on a teaser is not bad. And I had the over last week against Tennessee, New England. Got a little fortunate, obviously, with the late touchdown. But New England, it's tough for me to go under the total with New England at home. I mean, they're just really like clockwork, like surgical, like a machine, good for 27, 28 plus points automatically playing on this home field.
They
now,
average 30 points a game on their home field.
Yeah, exactly. Now you got to remember they're playing a pretty, what we think is a pretty good defense here, but they're not going to shut down.
Just gave up 42 points at Pittsburgh last week.
Yes,
that's 44 at San Francisco 3 weeks ago.
And a defense that was on the field last week quite a bit. Like they were actually on the field for the last.
Good point. Yeah.
They were. If you look at the number of plays Pittsburgh ran, they ran a lot. And that's a concern that could hang over in this game here going into Foxborough for this game. They had a lot of snaps. They were out on that field quite a bit in terms of time, in terms of number of plays. That Jacksonville defense could be a little bit of a tricky thing. I'm trying to make a case for the over. There's no way I could take an under. I know in theory this could be an under matchup. And I know there's a lot of people on it under in this game, Jacksonville and New England. It won't be me. Won't be with my money. But I'm going to wait to see if this line trickles down. This total's come down a bit, Gabe. It was 46.5, 46. I even see 45.5 now starting to show up. 45.5 at Heritage, a couple other spots. So there's signs that this total is trickling down a bit. I'm going to wait this thing out, see if I can get it at its peak value point to go the other way and look over in this game.
That's a good point. If it comes down to 45, that'll be an interesting number.
Key number
to get to 38, right?
It looks like it could go that way. It's trickled under down a little bit, the total today, late yesterday, and it's showing signs it could keep going that way just a little bit. There's a lot of people liking this under, but I'm very gun-shy with betting New England games under the total in this stadium. I really am, because they just pile it up, it seems. And you worry that if Jacksonville falls behind, and you got to think they're going to be playing from behind a lot in this game, they're going to have to open it up. They're going to have to throw the ball a bit more. That's where Blake Bortles' mistakes could come into play, interceptions, pick sixes, fumbles, you name it, setting up New England with short fields. And that's just a snowball effect that can help over bettors and crush under bettors. That's something you got to think about in the back of your mind, too.
All right. I'm looking at it. I'm going to give my final score prediction later in the week, but I like the Patriots, guys. I think the Patriots will win. I think the Patriots will cover. And, hey, we had that guy on the show today with that big parlay. It was unbelievable. We're talking about the parlay yesterday. Oh, I wonder who he is and all this stuff. He follows. He's a big fan of the show. And, yeah, we know he's a real fan because he was dropping stuff about Cam getting choked out by Boss Rutan, and I told him about the hedge, and he goes, oh, yeah, I remember when you had the hedge in the super contest and you didn't hedge it. So, yeah, the guy's for real. Spencer, he might be tuning in now. Spenny, what up, Spenny? So he's the guy with the $41,000 parlay alive. It's pretty crazy, too. He he told us too off the air that he had a parlay once for $880,000 and it lost by a 3-foot putt. He would have won and he would have had a 3-foot fucking putt. But he lost with Ian Poulter. Man,
that's brutal. Well, Ian Poulter, I could see Ian Poulter doing that. That's for sure. That guy could never put a good Sunday on the board, could he? That guy.
Well, no, he fucking Ian Poulter's won in the past, but he's choked in a tournament at the end, right? He missed a big putt.
Yeah.
But Poulter's had a great career. Come on, Babano, fuck, taking shots at Ian Poulter now.
Yeah, he just hasn't won a big time tournament. What's the big time event that he's won? I don't care about some Honda Open or some, a career builder classic or whatever. They're like, let's win let's win a TPC for crying out loud. He hasn't even done that, I don't think.
He's won, Babano, he's won $43 million in his career, bro.
That's good. I mean, he's won tournaments. Good. Where's the big events, though? The ones that the casual fan will know, the Masters and even a TPC. Can I get a Players Championship victory?
I think you're stepping into the wrong realm here. Unless I'm underestimating your golf knowledge.
No, I am there. Every time there's a big-time golf event, I will watch. I love the big-time events. But will I be sitting there flocking to the TV set for third round of the Career Builder this weekend? Not a chance. But
no, you're a fucking public Johnny-come-lately golf expert that watches the Masters. Yeah, for the record, Babano, Ian Poulter has 14, 15, 17, 18, 19. He has 20 career wins.
Good. That's good, actually.
He finished in 6th place 2 years ago at the Masters. Yeah. He finished second at the U.S. Open once. He finished second at the PGA Open. PGA Championship finished third. He's got he hasn't won a major, but to say that Ian Poulter has had a bad career, that would be I wouldn't be saying that out loud too many times.
Not a bad career, but the big spot, where's he been? He's had disaster holes and disaster Sundays in the big spot, in the big event. He's won tournaments. Give him credit. He's won a hell of a lot more money than I'll probably ever have. I'll give him that. But he's got to win the big spot to me, and he's come up a little short.
You discount every golfer that hasn't won a fucking major.
No. Not every single. Can you win a TPC for crying out loud? Has he won a Players Championship? Even one of the the close to a major but isn't a major. Has he won one of those?
You realize the accomplishment to finish fucking 6th in the Masters or 2nd in the U.S. Open?
It's a nice accomplishment. It is fantastic. He's won tournaments. He's won that you should be praised for that to a certain degree. What I'm saying is to be an all-time great in the sport and be one of the top golfers.
Nobody said he was an all-time great in the sport.
No, but I'm telling he's had opportunities to win some of these big events because I remember seeing him. He'd be on the leaderboard, on the front page of the leaderboard going into the final round on Sunday, and I've seen him just basically, hook, line, and sinker off the tee or miss a 4-foot putt. He's had disaster holes and disaster Sundays before in these big tournaments. That to me is the shining image of Ian Poulter. It's not winning some rinky-dink little, I don't know, what is it?
But the thing is about it, Ian Poulter's not known as a choker in the golf world. It's not like people are like, oh, he's a big choker. He's not known as a big choker. It's fucking hard to win those tournaments. He's 42 years old. He's knocked on the door. The guy's got top 5s in every fucking major, Babano. You know how many golfers can say that in a PGA? None. There's a few guys that can say, yeah, I've been top 5 in all the majors.
No, he's had a bunch. He's had a bunch of big finishes, top 5s, top 10s. Good results, and hey, he collect a lot of paychecks in golf with results like that. No question. That's why he's got the.
It's the same crap though with Phil Mickelson and all these guys. Oh, it's like Garcia. Sergio, what did Garcia suck? So what? Sergio Garcia is a better golfer because he won a Masters once.
Where's Garcia been since he won that? He's been pretty quiet ever since he won that tournament.
It was last year, Babado.
Yeah.
He won. What do you mean, where's he been? It was last year. They haven't played a fucking Masters since.
No,
that's like saying fucking that's like ripping on the New England Patriots in the offseason. Where they've been since the Super Bowl. I don't know. They haven't played yet. Fuck.
Well, Sergio did not have a good post, majors that he had after the Masters, though. It was okay, I guess, in the Open Championship, but you know, he sort of had his nice moment in the sunlight. And
where's Sergio been? It was, I don't know. They haven't played one Masters since he won. Where's he been? All right. Let's get back to football, Flag. Although I enjoyed a golf talk.
It is funny. It's just Ian Poulter. All I think of is not, you know, playing well on a Sunday in a major. That's what comes to mind. Yeah.
All right.
Which is the truth.
Sergio's a choker. Yeah. He won the Masters in a fucking playoff, but he's a choker.
He was, but he finally put it together on that Sunday. Give him credit. You know, that was a thing of the past now. He's finally got over the hump, won a major. Deserves credit for that.
Exactly, Rich. Sergio's got to win every major from here on out. All right. So as I was stating before, Babano took pot shots at Ian Poulter. The guy, he's not hedging. He's going to consider the hedge. And for the record, the fucking Clippers are losing 57-50 right now. He's not hedging. He's not hedging with the Patriot game, at least this weekend. He's not 100%, but I told him, listen, you know the Patriots aren't losing the game, and he knows this too. And he goes, that's what we're leaning on. And then after, I would consider the hedge. You know, and I said it before, hedging is for gardeners, but I consider the hedge. They're offering $18,000 now. So the Patriots winning, it depends on who the Patriots are going to play. All right. If the Minnesota Vikings win, they're going to offer him like fucking $28,000, $30,000, fucking $2,000 or something. He's going to get a nice fucking offer for the payback. If they're playing the Eagles, it's probably going to be about $26,000, $28,000 or so. Yeah. Once you're getting up there, I mean, honestly, if I have the New England Patriots playing the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl against Nick Foles, are the Eagles beating the Patriots in the Super Bowl? No. I would say no. You know, with all due respect, listen, maybe Nick Foles and the Eagles, their defense is great. They're playing at home. That's why the importance of home field means so much. The Eagles can win this game on Sunday. I'm not disputing that. They could legitimately win this game. To me, the game's a toss-up against the Vikings. But they're fucked. There's no way in hell they're beating the Patriots on a neutral field. The Eagles are using their home field to their advantage here. Doug Peterson is 14-3 on this home field. Oh, since in the 2 years he's been a head coach here. All right, the Eagles are a damn fucking good home team. They have a distinct home field advantage. They're nut jobs in Philly. So it'll be on a neutral field. The Patriots are going to be 7.5 point favorites against the Eagles. The Eagles are going to lose that game. The New England Patriots playing the Minnesota Vikings, he'll have a better head situation because that game's going to be like a pick'em. Although the Patriots will probably end up closing it like 2 or 3 in that game. But I don't think, and you guys seem to agree in the chat, I don't think he bet $27 on the parlay. I don't think that the Eagles could beat the Patriots on a neutral field in 3 weeks, but I do think the Minnesota Vikings could beat the Patriots in Minnesota.
That's the funny thing. I kind of feel that same way. I think Philly can absolutely beat Minnesota in the NFC Championship game, but if they get to the Super Bowl and face New England, I'm not really all that convinced they can beat New England in a Super Bowl. So I'm in that same line of thinking, oddly enough, that I think they could beat Minnesota and have a better chance to beat Minnesota than New England. Go figure.
If you want a nice parlay, I was going to bring it up actually for the UFC, is Daniel Cormier on Saturday night. Daniel Cormier to beat Ozdemir. And the New England Patriots on the money line is -160. It's not the best odds, but what are you going to do? Patriots are -425 on the money line. All right. And the Pats are -425 on the money line. Daniel Cormier is like a -340 favorite. But if you want to sort of go into Sunday with the Patriots in your back pocket already and you're a UFC bettor, Daniel Cormier to win the fight and the New England Patriots on the money line is -160, -163 or something like that.
That's a good parlay. I don't see any path to victory for Mr. Volkan Ozdemir on Saturday against Daniel Cormier. No, there's a reason Cormier is laying north of -300 in that fight. I don't see him losing that.
Joshua Davis asks, what do Minnesota have that the Eagles don't? I think Minnesota are a better football team and a better all-around football team than the Eagles are right now.
See, I'm torn. If someone in the chat says Ngannou in a parlay, I'm torn on that fight. I still think there's a solid plus price value out there with Stipe. I mean, what's Stipe done to shake your confidence in him to this point?
I like Ngannou. I like Ngannou in this fight, but it's not like parlay material. Anyone that bets UFC knows, first off, heavyweight fights are always a toss-up, right? You got big fucking dudes, and any one of these guys can knock each other out at any time. So, and with that being stated, I've put my biggest UFC bet ever was on a heavyweight fight, and it was one of the most fucking scary, crazy fucking 5 minutes of my life. It was great, though, in the end. We won. But I put all the money that I had. I lived in Las Vegas. I took everything that I had, literally everything that I had, and I bet it on Brock Lesnar to beat Shane Carwin. And like I put fucking $2,000 on it at the Paris casino. Me and T-Bone were driving around Vegas all night looking for numbers. Like we were money shopping and we were hunting for numbers. So we would look on the apps and the computer and we're like, all right, look, Paris has it at minus 105 right now. We'd fucking go there. Boom. And we were getting limited. We were betting so much. They were like, man, we'll take, I want to bet $4,000. And they're like, we'll only take 2,000. We had to get approval to get 2,000 in. Then we found out that, oh, look, Westgate Hilton's dealing right now, 1/10. We fucking booted over the Westgate. We got $1,000 in there. So by the end of it, I had fucking $4,000 in cash tickets. I had $2,500 on Brock Lesnar on the internet. Okay. So I had $6,500 on Brock Lesnar. Guys, I fucking saved $90 for some reason. I was so into this fight. No, sorry. I was $125 I had. I saved $120 for booze. I literally was emptying my pocket at the windows. And I was like in 20 and 40 and man, I was like, take it. All right, take it. I was like, all right, I'm going to need fucking like $100 at least for drinks. Fuck. Of course, I fucking plowed through my $100 in like 5 minutes in there. I had to borrow a couple $100 from my buddy on the spot. And of course, that fight, if you remember that fight, Shane Carwin fucking took Brock Lesnar down, fucking hit him, fucking took him down and started choking him out, man. And he was out, fuck. Anyone would have stopped the fucking fight. Like, I was amazed. And Earl Skakel was there. I was with T-Bone and Earl Skakel. And T-Bone had a shitload of money on it, too. I had all my money on it. I had fucking no money left because I spent all my money on booze. I would have been, like, homeless in Vegas if I would have lost, basically. And fucking, I'm losing the fight, and I walked out. I started leaving, because I was like, oh, fuck, this is the fucking nightmare. And I just looked at T-Bone and Earl, and I just sort of nodded, like, see you guys. Like, I couldn't. I thought you were done. I was like,
you thought you had no shot. Yeah.
I was like, I just looked at them, and I didn't even say anything. I just looked at them and sort of shook my head, and I just walked out. And the second round, I went and I got a drink, and I was sort of shaking and shit. I was like, oh, fuck, man. I was like, this is a bad decision I made. Fucking, I was drinking the drink, and the second round started. And I'm fucking in the tunnel then. So I'm sort of where the stairs, like you go to the seats. And Brock Lesnar fucking beat him like a minute in the second round. It was right away. So I fucking won. And I turned around and T-Bone fucking came running down the stairs, fucking like yelling and shit. And it was like, we won. We fucking won. And it was fucking nuts, man. Like it was like we won the Super Bowl. Like it was nuts. Like we were fucking hugging and all these other Brock Lesnar bettors that we didn't even know like jumped on the pile. So it was like the Vikings in the end zone. Just like all these people were like, fuck. And we're like high-fiving and people were like so drunk, like, and so excited, like falling down the stairs. We won. People are like falling and shit. And everyone knows, of course, not everyone knows, but I had an incident with Brock Lesnar where Brock Lesnar threatened to kill me once and his brother threatened to kill me. So I'm winning. We win. And I walk out into the concourse and I have my hands up in the air. And like fucking people are like hugging each other and everyone bet on Lesnar's fucking yelling and freaking out and shit. And I just get this big fucking hand on my shoulder. Fuck. I turn around and it's Brock Lesnar's brother. And he goes, hey, it looks like you bet on the right fighter this time, dickhead. And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Fucking. And his brother.
I would expect Brock's brother to say something like that.
And I said, fuck. I go, oh, yeah, man, Minnesota, huh? And he goes, yeah, Minnesota. And I said, fuck. I said, I didn't think, And he goes, we'll never forget. And he even tells me, he goes, we still talk about that night. And he's like, you really pissed Brock off. You really pissed my father off. And he goes, but you're all right. And he goes, we actually said, man, that fucking little kid's fucking got balls. So suddenly I'm with Brock Lesnar's brother in the concourse. Brock Lesnar's brother's like, man, you got a lot of balls saying what you said to us, but you're all right, kid. And like, he's like, we're good now. You win. He's like, I'm going to tell Brock you bet on him and shit. And I was like, yeah, man, Brock's the best. Fucking, I'm all drunk. Brock Lesnar, man, you tell him we're good. It's all good. And fucking, we stumble out of there, man. It was one of the best nights in Vegas. Fucking right away, man. Went right to the Paris. Fuck. Where's our money? Fucking, I got $40, $100 fucking $100 bills. It was like the victory tour, man. We were just going from casino to casino, man. Pay us. Fuck. It was a great night. Fuck. Because I put the 4 down. We got like 8,000 back. I won the 2,500 online. It was a great night in Vegas. Like that. And I had one other night, and it was a UFC night where I couldn't fucking lose, guys. It was fucking nuts. And I was betting big money on, I was putting like 1,500, 2,000 a college football game. I went like 7-0. It was nuts. You can't make it out. I went 7-0, and we went to the UFC, and I fucking crushed the UFC. So I was like 8-2 in the UFC, and I came out into the MGM, and I just looked at the ticker, and it was like, winner, oh, winner. It was like, that was fucking nuts, fuck. I won like 9K that night. But, yeah, great time, man. But those were better days, trust me. Now I'm struggling to fucking hit a $50 parlay. Fuck. Those were better days in my life. But
yeah, if only you could go back to the days of not the Minneapolis Miracle, the Sports Rage Miracle, where Brock Lesnar spares you 4K on that special night.
Yeah. So what I was going to say though was, when you're betting on heavyweight fights, anything can happen. That was my long story short.
Or short story long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're taking a page out of my book there, Gabe. That's all right.
Yeah, the Brock Lesnar. I don't have time. We'll talk about the Viking game. I don't have time. I'll tell the Brock Lesnar story later. It's going to be in the book. Once the football season done, I'll have time to bang out these stories. But
yeah, wash your ears out. Pretend you didn't hear that, so you buy Gabe's book when he finally gets around to publishing it and putting it out.
Yeah, I can't give everything away. But yeah, basically, I was in Heath Herring's corner when he fought Brock Lesnar, and they told me I was in the dressing room before the fight. And the UFC, they have the doors like open and shit. They have the fighters really close to each other, all right? So basically, like Brock Lesnar was like 15 feet away from us. It was like a hallway. We were in one door and then they're in the other door. So Brock Lesnar had the door open and shit. And we had our door open because the UFC makes you keep the door open so they can come with the cameras on the pay-per-view. They were freaking. I mean, you're not allowed to drink there. I was drinking vodka and a Gatorade bottle and shit. Fucking... They're freaking out. So, yeah, whatever. Fucking Heath Herring's fucking trainer told me. He goes, listen, we need you to fucking pump up Heath and pump the room up. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, that's why you're here. He goes, Heath likes you. And he goes, we need you to fucking, start fucking talking shit and just be loud and shit. And, so they start fucking talking shit to Brock Lesnar and stuff. So they're, Brock Lesnar's looking over, and Mike Whitehead said something to Lesnar. Lesnar sort of told him to fuck off. Except I shouldn't be in the mix with these guys. I'm not a UFC heavyweight, so I'm standing there and fucking I'm mouthing off to Brock Lesnar. And I'm like, This is the real shit. This ain't the WWE. You know, this ain't fucking fake ass bullshit. Fuck, you're gonna learn a lesson, man. I'm mouthing off to Brock Lesnar, all right? Fucking so, except this isn't like he's a wrestler and you're in a safe zone. Brock Lesnar is 2 minutes away from entering in a UFC octagon. The guy's roided up and fucking foaming and shit. He's all sweating. And he's like 5 feet from me, man. And I'm like, this is the real fucking shit, man. He looks at me and he just growled. Argh! And I nearly pissed myself, fuck. I nearly pissed myself, fuck. Except I couldn't show fear because I was in Heath Herring's entourage, right? And like we're going out and the fight's starting. It's like on TV with like you're coming out and shit. So I'm standing right next to Brock Lesnar, man. Like literally like this, fuck. And like I can smell him and shit. And he's just fucking sweating, man. And the guy looked at me like he was going to kill me, fuck. So Brock Lesnar fucking just goes, fuck at me. And I look away. I'm like,
that's nice. Good to see you too, Brock. Good to see you too. Yeah.
I'm sort of looking away after and shit.
How are you? Are you well?
Fuck, man. This guy's scary in real life. He looked like a fridge. Like somebody asked me, what was it like? I'm like, I don't know, man. It's like standing next to a fridge. Fuck. Like the guy was kind of wide and like, you know, he was fucking wide, man. He was like fucking 3 of me's, fuck, right? So the guy's all wide and shit. Fucking, he's like, Argh! When his brother was there, and his brother gives me a dirty look and shit. So we all know what happened. We all know what happened. Fucking Brock killed my buddy Heath. And then after, Heath's in a fucking ambulance. All right? So Heath is in a fucking ambulance. And instead of being classy, fucking Brock Lesnar walks by and starts laughing. All right? And Brock Lesnar's brother comes up to the ambulance. And Brock Lesnar's brother's big, fuck. They're all big, man. And his father's big. And his father's a cop. His father's a fucking state trooper in Minnesota. So his fucking father cop is there. And the big brother's there. And they know I'm the one that was talking shit to them, fuck. They even brought me up on the fucking Stone Cold podcast. Fucking, so fucking Lesnar comes over and looks at me and starts laughing, fuck. He's like, like an evil laugh. And like his he's all fucked up in the ambulance. And the doors open in the ambulance and shit. So Lester's like, he fucking taking his gloves off, fucking walking like he's fucking king shit, which he is. So and it was my birthday. I'll never forget. I took my watch off. I fucking threw it against the wall. It was at the Target Center. So we're in the T-Wolves locker room and shit. Like, I fucking take my fucking watch off and I whip it. It's smashed against the wall, the Timberwolves locker wall and shit. So fucking, I'm like, fuck. I fucking throw my watch. And Lesnar and his brother saw me throw my watch and shit. And that's when they were really laughing. They were like, So they see me throw my fucking watch. I was done mouthing off. Fuck. They were going to kill me. So, you know, the night went bad, man. So that's my story with fucking the Lesnar's brother and shit. Wow. His fucking father fucking said, that's what you guys get for mouthing off. Fuck. Lesnar's father stuck his head in the ambulance. That's what you get for mouthing off. And that's the Brock Lesnar brother story. So there I am 2 years later in Vegas, and I run into him in the hallway. And that's what happened with Brock Lesnar. I'll tell you a story, too.
That's probably not the first psychotic, insane night that people spend with Brock Lesnar.
Too. It wasn't my fault, all right? I didn't say the worst shit. I was just a punk there. I was just a punk there. But, yeah, it didn't go down well. And when Stone Cold fucking interviewed Brock Lesnar on the Stone Cold podcast, he said, oh, what about the UFC? And he goes, oh, I just loved it. And I even told the story. He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, once I fought. And he goes, these guys talk so much shit. And he goes, that's why I did what I did. And I laid an extra beating. He goes, there was a lot of things said before the fight. And I'm sitting in my seat watching Stone Cold like, oh, God. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, fuck, I got Heath killed. Fuck. Yeah. whatever, man. They brought me there. They told me to mouth off. I did. Fuck. All right. It's not my fault he got beat by Brock Lesnar. He was going to lose anyways. But, yeah, Brock Lesnar doesn't like me. His father doesn't like me, and his brother didn't like me. But since I bet on him that Shane Carwin night, they like me now.
I was going to think, I think you can still go to sleep at night with a peaceful mind knowing that they don't like you. I think you can still live with that. I don't think you'll lose sleep over it.
You know, they like anything.
No.
And Brock Lesnar's brother told me that too. Because he had his arm around me. He was laughing and shit. He even told me, he goes, man, you got a lot of balls, man. He's like, that night in Minnesota, you were fucking mouthing off. And I was like, yeah, it was an emotional night, you know. And I'm like, he's like, yeah, I know. And like, yeah, it was funny. It was fucking funny. He was all right, the brother. He had the big Lesnar shirt on and shit. He's like, you should go buy a Brock t-shirt now. And I remember telling him, I said to him, like, I said, so we're good with Brock now? He's like, I'm going to tell him you bet on him. But he goes, no one, and he even dropped that. He's like, Brock doesn't like anyone. And he started laughing. And it's true, too. Like, I remember in the Stone Cold podcast, and you watch that Stone Cold podcast, that's what Brock Lesnar's like in real life. In which he said, Stone Cold said, do you get along with the wrestlers? And he goes, I don't not get along with them. And he's like, well, you know, do you get along with them? He goes, I don't know them. And, you know, so Steve's like, so you never talk to any of them? He's like, no. And point blank. And he goes, I'm not here to make friends. He goes, I don't need friends. I'm 40, you know, whatever, how old he is. He said, he goes, I got my wife. I got my farm. I'm not here to make friends. He goes, I got nothing against them. But he goes, I don't talk to them. And then Lesnar went on to say, he goes, there's a reason why I live with the closest neighbor fucking miles away from me. He goes, I don't like people. And he goes, I've always been this way. He goes, I don't like being around people. I don't like talking to people. And the only reason I'm talking to you is because you're Stone Cold Austin. Like, he basically was, that's the truth. Like, Brock Lesnar does not talk to people. He's not a talkative guy in real life.
No, exactly. For Brock Lesnar, like that old Whodini song, friends, Brock Lesnar doesn't have them. Friends, he doesn't have any.
He doesn't want any.
No, and he doesn't want any, no.
He doesn't want any.
He's perfectly fine without any.
Now, listen, I got a lot of respect. For Brock Lesnar. He's a tough-ass dude, man. You know, coming into the UFC and accomplishing what he did, very impressive. You know, accomplishing what he's done in the WWE, very impressive. And he's such a good athlete, man. He didn't play football since high school, fuck. He came in off the street, tried out for the Minnesota Vikings, and was good enough for them to tell him, you made our NFL Europe team, which isn't easy to do. I know that you wouldn't be impressed, but Banner would be like, that means nothing to me. But he was good enough. The guy didn't play football for fucking 9 years, all right? He shows up. The Vikings invite him to camp as sort of a lark, and they're like, holy shit, fuck. And then after, they told him point blank, they said, listen, you can play in the NFL. And he was like, oh, good, all right. And Brock Lesnar was so impatient. He's like, oh, what do you mean? Not now, though? And they said, no, listen, you go play for the Frankfurt Galaxy or the Barcelona Dragons, whatever it was. You know, they had a team. They're like, you go play for these guys for 1 year, get some just football field experience under your belt, and you'll be on our team next year. You'll be on the Vikings next year. And he said, nah, that's not really for me. And it was very good. I saw him in an interview and he talked about it. And he goes, I didn't do that out of arrogance. He goes, people think that I said, oh, I'm too good for NFL Europe. He said, I wasn't good. And it was funny. Lesnar said, I didn't like being pushed around. And Lesnar said, I was getting pushed around. And he goes, I didn't think I was really all that good, to be honest with you. He goes, the coaches kept telling me I could do it, but he goes, I knew deep inside I wasn't as good as these guys. So Lesnar knew. Like, that's a real athlete right there. You know what I mean? I'm not going to use my name. I'm not just trying to hang on for a spot on the team. I'm not as good as these guys. I might make the team, but I'm not as good as these guys. You got to respect his honesty.
And that's really where the career path changed. And then wrestling came not far after that. He got more, you know, realized that was his calling after that.
Well, that's why it was the same thing with The Rock.
Yep.
The Rock made the Calgary Stampeders. Dwayne Johnson.
Yep.
The Rock.
Way back when.
he made the Calgary. So he went to try out after the Miami Hurricanes. He tried out for the Calgary Stampeders.
Buono was coaching them at the time.
Wally Buono, yeah. And he made the team. He was going to make the team. But Wally Buono pulled him aside and said, listen, you're going to make the team, but you're a backup and you're going to be on special teams. It's CFL special teams backup in those days. Like, basically, Wally Buono told him, why are you doing this? Because, The Rock's family was all in wrestling. And The Rock didn't want to be a wrestler. He wanted to be a football player and create his own path. And Wally Buono told him, listen, Dwayne, you're going to make our team. I'm not lying to you. You made the team, but you're going to be a backup and you're going to be on special teams. Buono told him, I think you're fucking crazy. He goes, you're charismatic. I think you could be a big wrestling star. And I goes, I know you got some weird thing with your family where you don't, And he goes, I'm telling you, dude, you should become a wrestler. And Dwayne Johnson listened to him, left the Calgary Stampeders, became a wrestler. He was already, it was already there, but he dedicated his life after, thanks to Wally fucking Buono.
Wow.
Now, The Rock could buy the CFL 20 times over, Babano. He could buy every team in the CFL 20 times.
And he's got Wally fucking Buono to thank? Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Mr. Cholesterol saves the day and saves Rocky's
No,
life.
I'm not saying. I'm sure there was other instances in this. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But Dwayne Johnson's told that story, and Buono's told the story that basically you made the team, but you're not that good. You're a backup, and why are you doing it? And like I said, his father and his grandfather were wrestlers, so he played football and didn't go right to the WWE and shit. He wanted to be a football player. He didn't, he wanted to be his own man. And Wally Buono, sort of, being the wise guy, said, what are you doing, fuck? You're a wrestler. Your family are wrestlers. Why are you here? You're a backup. You want to be a backup in the CFL? And he said, go wrestle. And boom, rest is fucking history, man.
Amazing. Go chase your dream. Wally Buono. Oh, the soothsayer. Words of wisdom. Amazing. That's a great story.
Man, it was crazy. I was the honorary president of the Quebec Football League, all right? The junior football league. So all those football banquets and shit. That's why I know all these stories. All these football banquets I used to go to and speak, and I'd be at the table. But once I was at a table, man, with Wally Buono, Larry Smith, and Vince Lombardi Jr.
Not a bad table.
Four of us. All right? What do I have in common with these guys? Nothing. So Vince Lombardi Jr., you ever seen him? He's a dead ringer for Vince, fuck. Like, that's his shtick. He wears the suit and the glasses and shit. So it's fucked up. It's like you're sitting with Vince Lombardi.
Yeah.
So you're sitting with Vince Lombardi. Larry Smith is the former Alouette player, president of the Alouettes, head of the fucking Conservative Party, political guy, rich political conservative guy who wasn't a big fan of mine. And he knew me from the radio. He didn't really like me. And then the other guy was Wally Buono, who nearly broke my hand when he shook my hand, Babano.
Wow. And
I swear to God, man, Wally Buono just gave me the death stare the whole dinner, fuck. Like Wally Buono basically looked at me, said, like, who are you with again? Sort of like, why are you at this table? Like, you know what I mean? Why are you at this table? I'm there with Vince Lombardi Jr. Like, he's like, oh, yeah, you're that radio guy. Fuck. So Wally Buono's giving me the death stare. Fucking Larry Smith is like, you were all wrong, Gabe, about the infrastructure of our renovation and the government. Like, Larry Smith is scolding me because I ripped the Alouettes about a government project. So Smith is scolding me. Wally Buono is giving me the death stare. And I got along best with Vince Jr.
Vince Jr., yes. The closest new friend you made, Vince Lombardi Jr.
No, I swear to God, I got along best with Vince Jr. I really did. And the worst part is I'm a big Michigan fan, and Tim Biakabakutu was there, all right? So Tim Biakabakutu is at a table behind me, a couple of tables away, and, man, they're drinking and shit, and I was fucking pissed. So I asked Earl after, the organizer, I said, Earl, I'm a big Michigan fan. I said, you put me at the table with Vince Lombardi Jr. and Wally Buono and Larry Smith. I said, they were giving me death stares all night. I said, I couldn't have And he goes,
what's wrong with this picture?
Yeah, he goes, exactly. That's why I put you there. He goes, I didn't want any incidents. He goes, I put you with Biakabakutu and Marwin Hage He goes, "Give me a fucking incident," because we had a few incidences at these banquets. So he's like, you guys are never sitting together again. And he goes, "I figured if I put you with Vince Lombardi Jr. and Wally Bono, you wouldn't do anything stupid." And I was right. I was like, "Yeah, but it was boring." He's like, "Yeah, but he goes, "I knew you wouldn't do anything stupid in front of them, and you did it. So I won." I was like, yeah, you beat me, fuck. I kept looking behind, and I saw Biaka Bakutu drinking wine and taking pictures with people. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, why am I with Wally Bono of all people? Fuck, Every time I see Bono on the sidelines, Babano, I think about that. I'm like, yeah, that's what you get, coach, for not being very nice to me and trying to break my hand when you shook my hand.
And now I know why you've got this little nasty little attitude at times toward Wally Bono. Now the pieces of that puzzle start to fit.
Bono's a good guy. Whatever.
Isn't it at one of those football banquets where Joe Cap and Mosca threw down that one?
No, I wasn't at that one, unfortunately.
I wasn't. That was hysterical.
No, that's the best one ever. No, I wasn't at that one.
They were rumbling. They were seriously they were ready to go. They were ready to throw. They were ready to just brawl all over the place. That
was the best thing ever.
Ready to blow up. Oh, ESPN was playing it left and right. It got traction everywhere.
Wally Bono does look like a high school gym teacher. He does all right, guys, I want to see you climb this fucking rope now. Give me 50. Well, he doesn't even wear a headset.
No.
Thanks, UNLV. I'm just cold right now with college, fucking UNLV. All right, Babano. So Philadelphia Eagles and Minnesota Vikings. You guys want numbers? They're going to support the bet on the Philadelphia Eagles. Number one seeds, Babano, in conference championship games, 28-12 straight up last 20 years. So they're right out of the gate here. Being at home counts here. All right, it just does. Fuck, you can't argue the numbers. You can say I don't care about trends. It's not a trend. It's a fact. Number one seeds generally win these games. Okay, they're 28-12 straight up the last 40 games. The number one seed, 7-0 the last 7. Babano, 7-0 the last 7 conference championship games. The one seed has won. I'm not saying they covered, but they won. But the Eagles don't have to cover anything if they win. The Minnesota Vikings guys are 2-11 in their last 13 road playoff games. So in their franchise history, they're shit on the road in the playoffs. We can go on, actually. There's just so many fucking trends, man, on the side of the Philadelphia Eagles in this game. But I think the Minnesota Vikings are a better football team. I think the Minnesota Viking defense is going to cause a hell of a lot more problems for Nick Foles and the Atlanta Falcons. Well, the Falcons are flaky. The Vikings are not. And how about this? The Philadelphia Eagles, teams that are coming off a straight-up home underdog playoff win, like the Philadelphia Eagles last week, are 1-16 straight up in the next game. There's a pattern that we see, guys, in the NFL playoffs of all the research that I've been doing. It's hard to repeat success. Like when you win as an underdog, teams just don't win back-to-back weeks as underdogs. That's a scary number right there. Teams that are coming off a straight-up home underdog playoff winner, 1-16 straight up the last 17 times has happened, 2-15 against the spread in that scenario.
For me, this game is very simple. I think Minnesota wins, but I have no inclination in believing they win this game easily. It is not going to be an easy win for them. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a hard-nosed game. It's going to be a game where turnovers are going to be a major factor. And both of these teams, if you're looking at the turnover margin, they're dead even. So that's even a tough thing to predict. But it's going to be who can finish drives when they get that opportunity. And I'm not sure either of these offenses are going to be able to finish drives against the opposing defense in this game. Who's going to take care of the ball? Who's going to run the football a little bit better? Are McKinnon and Murray going to get going for Minnesota, or is Jay Ajayi going to get going for Philadelphia? And he's going to be able to hang on to the football, which is a little bit of an issue for him, especially early in that game against Atlanta last week. The thing with Philadelphia is everybody says Minnesota's got the better defense, but let's not throw away what Philadelphia did. last week. Atlanta's points came off turnovers. Atlanta's points and the times they did move the ball came set up off Philadelphia mistakes and short fields. When they were asked to drive the ball methodically down the field against Philadelphia's defense, they really couldn't do it. And they had a hard time moving that football. So I see this as a grinder game. It's a very low total, but I have a hard time making a case for the over. The one case I could make is you get some fumbles happening, short fields, pick sixes, which is a possibility. You're talking about Nick Foles and Case Keenum here in a pressurized environment like the NFC Championship game. You could see something like that. My best advice, Gabe, is tune into the Betcast Sunday because I will have more action on this game guaranteed in-game with live wagering while we're doing that Betcast than anything that I put on this game before it kicks off.
Yeah, this game, it's going to be a heartbreaker for whoever loses. It'll be one of those deals because it'll be that close. I called it. I've been calling it for the last couple of days. I'm starting to take shape here. I think, one fumble, one interception will be the difference. I mean, both these teams are so freaking evenly matched, guys. They're so evenly matched. They said the only thing is the Atlanta Falcons defense isn't bad. All right. It's pretty good, but it's not great. The Minnesota Vikings defense is great. And the thing is, the Atlanta Falcons defense, they're really just sort of athletic. You know what I mean? Like they're not fundamentally sound. They're not sort of this, lockdown defense. They have a lot of athletic dudes, the Deion Jones dude, Vic Beasley, etc. They got guys that fly around and stuff, but they got pushed off the fucking rock we saw late in the game, right? I mean, Atlanta could have won that game, and they should have won the game, but they didn't. But they couldn't stop that LeGarrette Blount train late. Minnesota will be able to stop that stuff, and Minnesota is going to confuse the fuck out of Foles a hell of a lot more than the Atlanta Falcons will. They're not. This is a different defense that Foles is going to be seeing than the Falcons. Now, conversely, I'm a little higher on Case Keenum than a lot of people are. People keep, the interception, whatever. He made a bad play or two. Okay. But the Eagles' defense is damn good too. But I just think that the Vikings' offense can do more against the Eagles' defense than the Eagles' offense can do against the Vikings' defense with Nick Foles. If Carson Wentz is playing, it's a different scenario. But I really do believe that Nick Foles is going to have a fucking hard time moving the ball. And then, I think Minnesota will be able to grind out a 3 to 6 point win. I think it's going to be close, 20-13, 16-10, fucking 13-10. I always lose when I bet on unders, but I think this game goes under the number, Babano.
Here's a great X factor about how Nick Foles does in this game. Last week, he was able to make some plays. Last week, there were times he got adequate protection. Last week, let's give the guy credit. He's been railed on by my friends there and our friends Donnie and Big Man on campus. Mr. Vitae on that right side of that offensive line. They've been railing on him and raking him over the coals all season long, how bad he's been at times. He was very good last week for Philly, but Atlanta's pressure up front is not what Minnesota's pressure up front can bring at you. So that's going to be a major challenge for Mr. Vitae and that entire Philadelphia offensive line here in terms of holding up in pass protection and holding their blocks, trying to stem the tide of the likes of Everson Griffin. Linval Joseph is a pocket collapser in the middle of that Minnesota defense as well. You have to deal with the likes of those big hombres. We'll see if Philly can deal with it. Grinch26 in the chat, I want to point him out because he's brought this prop up a couple of times, and I think he's really onto something with it. The over 3.5 field goals in this game. I could totally see that. Could totally see that prop coming in. Mini Philadelphia over 3.5 total field goals. I think it's going to be one of those games. Long field goal, Gabe. You love that prop. That's probably a good game to look at this prop is this game right here. Jake Elliott's good for a long 50-yard field goal. We know he's got the capability.
I'll play a long field goal in both games because weather's not going to be a factor in either of them.
Yeah, Jake Elliott. Forbath's a little hit or miss for Minnesota. He's a little bit hold your chest a little bit when he's trying to kick a field goal, but he's capable. He can hit the long ones too. Elliott certainly can. So that's a good long field goal prop game, mini Philly. And first one probably is too. I mean, you got Gostowski and Lambo for Jacksonville. Pretty good kickers there too. All
right. So a match fixer alert in the house. Produced plus money last night. It sounds more like a pick than a fix. Yeah, all right. We'll follow it. Well, why not? Lara Gut at plus 450. I tell you what, not everybody's going to be able to bet on Women's Alpine, but some people will.
37-35 Stanford, halftime over Arizona State. So if you want to bet second half, now's the time.
Fuck, I told you about plus the 4. Fuck. I didn't bet it either. I fucking put my money on the fucking Clippers who are down 10. Fuck, are they fucking gutless?
I don't trust those. I didn't trust those fuckers, the Clippers, after that big win over Chris Paul and the Rockets. I didn't trust them.
I know.
I said, this team is flaky as hell. I know Denver's on a back-to-back. I will not lay points with the Clippers. They could come back and win. There's lots of time left, though. Let's not give up yet. But they got work to do.
No, I can't say they can't string wins together. They've won 5 in a row, but like you said, to really get momentum off that win, they need to win this game tonight. Otherwise, that win doesn't mean shit the other night. Like, they just, oh, God.
That's the Clippers. They keep on clippering.
I like match fixing alerts. There's nothing wrong with a plus 450 shot, finish the podium. Match fixing alerts is welcome here. You're good, match fixing alerts. He stepped up last night. He gave us a plus 220 and a plus 240. The plus 240 hit.
See, he's giving you good info there, this guy, yeah?
Yeah, Olympics around. You know what, man? It's going to be nice, though. NFL's coming to an end, and a lot of people, it sucks for them. They've got nothing after the fact, but we've got the Australian basketball playoffs coming up next week. We've got the Olympics around the corner. The Olympics going to be great, guys, especially for us night guys, because it's going to be going on right now and shit. Like the Olympic hockey's at like 3 in the morning and stuff.
That's the only problem with the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics. Half the live events are like overnight, early morning. Tough time slot for us here in the North America. But, hey, you got to live with it. They got to deal with us when we got the Olympics here in Canada and the States, so we got to deal with it when they have it.
We got snooker. Problem with snooker, the favorites, you got to parlay all the favorites with snooker. The underdogs don't seem to win.
Big year. We got Winter Olympics. We got playoffs in NBA, NHL coming up. We got Super Bowl next month. We got World Cup soccer in the summer. There's a lot coming up.
Yeah, the World Cup starts a little earlier. You know what? I was wrong. Alex Smith was right because, yeah, you're right. He's right about that. The World Cup usually ends fucking around July 12th or something, doesn't it? Mid-July. I don't know why I thought it was.
It's usually right as the NBA and NHL finals are going on. It'll start as the finals are going on. Yep.
Listen, they're playing tonight, the Breakers and United? Oh, yeah, great. You can't take the Breakers, guys. Melbourne United are the hottest team in the NBL right now. Melbourne are the favorites to win the championship suddenly. Listen, I haven't abandoned ship, Bobbert. I've been a Breaker fan for years. Breakers are my team in this league, but I'm not just going to blindly bet on them all the fucking time. They were 9-1. They're 12-7 now, all right? They're burning money. All the money we won earlier, we gave away. It's over, fuck. And they got to prove it to me, man. I'm not jumping on this shit. Like I said, dare I say Melbourne are the fucking play at +3, but the game is in New Zealand. You know? Tough game, guys. But I can't advocate taking the Breakers here. I can't do it. There. So Bobbert's picks. Bobbert in the chat actually lives out there. So, what do you say, Bobbert?
Yeah, Bobbert, the Aussie insider. Let's go. Let's get us some advice here, yeah.
Yeah, Olympic curling. Bobbert says they own Melbourne. Listen, I don't even think Melbourne are that good. I told you about it. I was shocked to see Melbourne are this hot and favorites. I think the team that's going to win the fucking NBL championship are the Perth Wildcats. I think Perth. All right, Gogster's been hot.
Gogster.
Lara Gut is the play. Yeah, I like match alert style. Why not? We're swinging for a 450. All we got to do is come in the top 3. Why not? So you guys breaking down all the Olympic hockey tomorrow, I heard, Babano? That's the word on the street.
Oh, the Olympic hockey, no, but we'll be breaking down some NHL hockey for Thursday night. Olympic hockey.
I'm boycotting the NHL soon.
I heard that. Over the Olympics, you're not watching a minute of the NHL as it's going on at the same time.
No, not that I watch that much NHL to begin with, but the odds here, so.
Well, when all you're watching is the Habs frustrating you every night, there's not much to watch.
What the fuck is this? So, or Olympic. What does that stand for? OAR. I know it's Russia.
Olympic athletes of Russia. Olympic athletes of Russia. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Olympic athletes of Russia.
They're the Olympic hockey favorites to win that. And I could see why. They're going to use a bunch of these KHL players there, where Canada's picking up these lowlights in Justin Peters and Ben Scrivens to be their goaltenders. And you can see why Russia's favored a little bit.
Russia's plus 250. Sweden's plus 400. Finland's plus 800. Czech Republic 9-1. USA 13-1. Switzerland 33. Germany 66. Slovakia 80. Norway 100-1. Slovenia 400-1. South Korea 500-1.
There you go, Gabe. Keep the faith. The Clippers have taken the lead over the Nuggets. So there you go. They're waking up.
Back, huh?
Yep.
So what's the deal? Montel's fucking Harold there. He's just like Jordan. He misses free throws.
Yeah. He's watching too much DeAndre Jordan.
I was like, Jordan. I see a big dude with dreads missing free throws. I'm like, oh, no, that's fucking Montreal. Fuck.
Montrezl Harrell following the lead. Yeah.
Hey, Montrez. Fuck am I bad with these new names?
How to shit your brick at the free throw line.
All right, Ben. Yeah. When do the Olympics start, anyways, guys?
It's right after the Super Bowl that week, I believe. After the Super Bowl, it's going to be February 9th or February 9th is the opening ceremony. Friday, February 9th. Pretty sure that's it.
When's the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl Sunday, February 4th. 2 weeks. 2 weeks from this Sunday. So February 4th.
On the 4th, eh?
Yep.
Not on the 4th.
Yeah, it is.
It is on. Yeah.
Yep.
I could have sworn it was on the 9th type shit. Interesting. Yeah, and of course, people are going crazy about Steratore. That's a joke. Fuck. The NFL's a joke. The world we live in. Kid Rock's playing the All-Star game. Fucking Steratore. It's like your job doesn't matter about getting big events anymore.
Yeah, Blaker, I agree. Ben Scrivens representing Canada at the Olympics is a disgrace. You can't find better goalies than that, but there's not much of a choice. It's slim pickings. There's no NHL involvement. What are you going to do?
It's a little harsh to say it's a disgrace.
Well, someone in the chat used travesty, so we're all pretty harsh on that.
Ben, what you find it's a disgrace that Ben Scrivens is on Team Canada?
I mean, obviously, they have no other. They think these are the best options. They're rolling out Justin Peters and Kevin Poulin and Ben Scrivens. These are a trifecta of goalies that couldn't stick in the NHL. So now they're there at the Olympics. So I guess that's the best option.
Right, Ian Cameron, Babano, Ice Guys in the morning, Dana Lane and Andrew McInnes.
Yep.
More. Okay, Alex enjoyed talking last night on the show, Babano. Remember that?
Exactly. You know what? These guys, I got to let them spread their wings and fly. And Alex got his chance last night. Glad he enjoyed his debut on the late night anger management class. That was good.
All right. Ian Cameron. Babano. Thanks, Babano.
Yeah, always good, Gabe. We'll see you Sunday one way or another, either at your place or via Google Hangouts for the Betcast. I'm looking forward to that. Good luck, everyone in the chat this weekend. We'll see you again soon.
Ian Cameron with us. A little harsh. Ben Scrimmage is a disgrace. They haven't even played a game yet. Babano's hot takes. I want, always choking these things. Russia always choking these things. Yet is this the year? Is this the year that they get it done? The KHL players are going to be the best ones there. Now, Canada's in over their heads. They're going to have a hard time. I talked about it last night a little bit. I think all the European teams will be the best teams. I think We're going to have to get an or jersey. Yeah, but now they're not called Russia. They won't choke, Brett. Yeah, Canada's going to compete. You can never discount them. Like, Canada aren't slugs. Like, Canada will be fine. But, you know, the level of skill, the KHL guys are going to be the best guys. The Russian players are going to be the most skilled. Is Kovalchuk on the Russian team? I imagine he would be, right? They don't even get a medal if they win. Fuck it. What do you mean they don't get a medal? That's crazy. So they can't win a medal. Yeah, Ilya Kovalchuk will be the captain. When asked about the name or, everyone knows where we're from. It doesn't matter what they call us. The flag is in our heart. Kovalchuk and Pavel Datsyuk will lead the team in the Olympics. Ilya Kovalchuk, Pavel Datsyuk, Vadim Shipoyov, the guy that left the Golden Knights, Slava Voinov. Are the named players. The Russians haven't won Olympic gold since 1992. The Russian whistleblower, Grigory Rejeknikov, swore under oath and stated in an affidavit the men's Russian hockey team were never, ever involved in any doping program, or never even in the same place. They weren't. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, this is political bullshit. The Russian hockey players fucking didn't do anything. You know, why can't they win a gold medal? It's fucking garbage. You know, so what? Can the Americans still win gold medals even though they fucking had a pedophile fucking abuse ring going on with their gymnastics program? Yeah, the KHL is yet to confirm that. Yeah. And so the Russian players aren't too freaked out about not being called Russia. Well, I'll tell you what, after Canada, I'm pulling for Russia right now as well. But, like, you know what I mean? I like to see Russia win just to stick it to them. I like to see Russia win just to stick it to the fucking to the New World Order here. And, you know, I guarantee you, if they won, I just like to see it. But they, you know, they'd bust off Russian shit. You know, they'd take their shirt off, or it'd be like fucking, you know. I'm buying in, guys. Fucking, like you said, Corrente. Fucking Kovalchuk and Datsyuk and these guys, they're not going to be stopped. They're going to win. They won't choke. There's no pressure on the Russians now. They're not going to choke. This will be the time. It's the irony. They're going to win, even though their name's not Russia. But I tell you what, Putin wants this anyways. Well, unfortunately, that is a shame that Putin's not going to play the game because he is a wicked player. He scores 13 goals a game. He's like Kim Jong-un, 13 holes in one round of golf. Kim Jong-un, no joke. Like, they actually said that. They actually said that in North Korea. Kim Jong-un played golf and got 13 holes in one. I don't know why they just didn't say go the distance and say he got 18 holes in one, but I guess they didn't think that would be believable. So they said that he got 13 holes in one. I don't know if you saw yesterday the Donald Trump got his medical exam by the doctors at the Reed. So they claim after, guys, that Donald Trump is 6'3", 240 pounds. You know who's 6'3", 240 pounds? Anthony Rumble Johnson. I saw a picture. I saw a picture yesterday. Somebody tweeted. They're like, doctor claims Donald Trump is 6'3", 240 pounds. Albert Pujols is 6'3", 240 pounds. They showed a picture of Pujols and Trump next to each other. It's like, did you mean to say 340 pounds? Like, they can't even, they just lie about everything. They can't even say, yeah, listen, he weighs like 290 pounds, all right? Yeah, Donald Trump is the exact same body as Albert Pujols, 6'3", 240. Heavyweight in the UFC. Francis Ngannou is 6'4", 260. Donald Trump's in better shape than Ngannou. Yeah, the biggest fake news of the day. Gene Steratore deserves the Super Bowl. There's your fake news. Sounds like we have something to put in our future parlays, though, don't we? Excellent health. The only guy, Bobbert, was Sanjay Gupta on CNN, who actually called the doctor out. I don't know if you saw it. It was fucking hilarious. Everyone's like, oh, excellent health. And Sanjay Gupta's like, so what you're telling me is his congestive heart failure is actually this. And Buddy, the Navy doctor, sort of got rattled. You see, he's like, well, yeah. And Sanjay Gupta, so what you're saying is he has heart disease. And Buddy's like, well, he's got a healthy heart disease. And Gupta's like, he's got heart disease. Everyone's mad at Gupta. How did he say he have heart disease? Because he does. He's 71 years old. His cholesterol's through the roof, and he drinks 18 Diet Cokes a day, all right? I saw a thing after. Basically, they said anything over 100 is heart disease, and Trump's got 133 or something. Thanks, Babano. All right, let's put Orr in here. Orr. I'm going to get an Orr jersey. OAR. Right, Blake Griffin ties the game up. Now he's mean mugging. His new attitude, Griffin. If you can stay healthy, I like it, Blake. You're a good player, but you got to stay on the floor. All right. Or how about a little hockey parlay? Or and Tampa Bay Lightning to win the East. Ooh, 11-1. Like it. That's a nice hockey parlay right there. Or and the Lightning. Or. It's like skull. Or. I'm telling you, you know what? Listen, my grandfather played for Team Canada in the Olympics. So it's sacrilegious for me. Obviously, my heart is with Team Canada in the Olympics here. And I do support U.S. hockey as well. You know, big Jim Craig fan, big Miracle on Ice fan as well. But I'd like to see this Russia team win just to give a big fuck you to the Olympics and give a big fuck you to the world that basically is trying to fucking start a war with Russia. I mean, they're just fucking with Russia politically. Every country fucks around with shit. Yeah, like the Chinese. You telling me China never didn't dope up when the Olympics were there? Come on, man. You notice they're not going after China. Fuck. They're just fucking with Putin. They want Putin to overreact and do something crazy and shit. They did the same shit when the fucking they did the same thing when the Olympics were in Russia. Oh, Putin's a homophobe. They're anti-gay. Hey, they have the exact same law as 12 states in the United States do. They're not any more homophobic in Russia than they are in Utah or Mississippi. We're going to boycott the Olympics. We're in Utah. People in Utah have 13 wives. Anyone talk about boycotting? No, we can't go there. They believe in misogyny. Come on. You know, it's just Russia. It's total political bullshit. It's all this is. Political pandering. Bullshit. They're trying to poke. They know that Putin loves sports, and they know that the Olympics are important to Russia. So they're trying to provoke Russia to do something so they can fucking start a war with them and shit. That's why the New World Order gets pissed off about Trump so much, because Trump is in the way of, you know, Trump's an idiot, but like I said, Trump is preventing wars. Trump's in the way of the New World Order agenda. You'll see as soon as Trump's out of the way and a new president is in, you'll see there'll be more pressure on Russia and, oh, they're doing this and they're, you know what I mean? You got to love the mainstream media. Saw the other day, it's funny, you see Chelsea Manning. Chelsea Manning. There's Deshaun Watson at the game. Remember, like, eating nachos. Not too healthy there, Deshaun. Yeah, so Chelsea Manning. Remember, Chelsea Manning was one of the leakers, whistleblowers. You know, went to jail, became a woman, transgender, became a woman, and is now running for senator in Virginia. He's not going to win. She's not going to win. Whatever it is, he, she. They're not going to win. But it's just funny. I read a story last night in the middle of the night when I was up fucking watching that stupid tennis. Basically, Chelsea Manning is running for senator or House representative, whatever the fuck it is. And the mainstream Democratic Party is fucking freaking out because they're just as corrupt as anyone else, right? So they don't want Chelsea Manning around. They say they support transgenders and support gay rights and all this shit. And they say they're anti-big government and spy on you. But you see, Chelsea Manning's running, and right away they started slandering. So they're like, big-time Democrats last night were retweeting this stuff about how, this is what's so comical, that Chelsea Manning is running against this guy, Ben Cardin, okay? Now, Ben Cardin put together the Russia report, how Russia tampered with the election. So Ben Cardin put together the Russia report. So they basically, these Democrats are all saying and insinuating that Chelsea Manning is a product of Vladimir Putin, and Chelsea Manning is running at the behest of the Russian government as part of a continued Russian attack on the American democratic system. So you see how they love to have it both ways, right? So Vladimir Putin is an evil, crazy man, and all the Russians are cheaters, not allowed in the Olympics. And we shouldn't go to the World Cup, or we shouldn't go to the Olympics in Russia because he hates gay people. Yet, the same people that tell you that also tell you that Vladimir Putin has a mass conspiracy with a transgender whistleblower. This is mainstream stuff. Neera Tandem's the head of the Think for America think tank Progress. She's like a big Hillary Clinton like sidekick. I guarantee you, Hillary Clinton is more racist than Donald Trump is. It's just funny. Oh, we support transgender. Well, if you support transgenders, why are you smearing Chelsea Manning? Why do you say that Chelsea Manning really isn't running on her own merits, that she's running on the fact that Vladimir Putin popped her up? You can't have it both ways, people. But that's the Democrats. They like to have it both ways. They like to have it both ways. They like to say that we support transgender people, but now transgender is running, and now you're saying that transgender is only running because Chelsea Manning is propped up by Vladimir Putin. Yeah, because Vladimir Putin is propping up transgender fucking like. I thought he hated gay people. Why would he? What, he has some scheme? So what? When Chelsea Manning was in jail recently, Vladimir Putin was secretly scheming and conniving to have fucking Chelsea Manning become a woman to run for Senate. Like, this Russia shit really is like, yeah, they had a couple of Facebook accounts, all right? They didn't rig any election. Fuck. Trump won because Hillary was a bad candidate. Donald Trump is an idiot, but it doesn't erase the fact that Hillary was a bad candidate. Like, you see the hypocrisy, though? This is like the Democrats. This is the big, this is their talking point. They released it last night, and you notice they're all retweeting it and shit. So they want us to believe that Vladimir Putin is evil and hates gay people, yet at the same point in time has connived this grand scheme with Chelsea Manning, because I know Putin doesn't like gay people. Anything Putin's dealing with it, yeah, come on. But they want you to believe that. Just keep throwing the shit at us, right? Russia, the election. Yes, Russia had some fake Facebook groups and shit. Nobody forced them to fucking believe any of this shit. People are stupid. Yeah, they did. They rigged everything. Everything's Russia's fault. I think Babano's secretly a Russian agent just sent to destroy our show. Why do you think Gene Steratore screws up so much? That's Russia. Vladimir Putin is trying to corrupt and divide America through bad referees. Vladimir Putin knows Americans will start to fight with each other over football results. So Vladimir Putin is actually the one that's influenced the poor officiating in the NFL this year to cause dissension. You got to love it too. These governments around the world have used Russia as a scapegoat now with this fake news shit to censor the internet. In France, they just passed a law that the government will get to decide what's real and fake news online. Facebook is playing along now. So, though, I doubt that America's fake news, right, will be censored. But so they actually, there's a reason why they keep talking about this, and they all know it's full of shit. They're using this now to say, well, look, because of the American election and how Russia played with the internet, God forbid. So it's like, it's like Russia, someone doing a fake troll bot. So since Russia did a troll bot, we're now going to censor everything, and we're going to decide what's real news or not. There's a method to their madness, people, all right? And it ain't about the election. It's just about censoring shit and fucking being able to control the narrative even more. Yeah, fucking France, Russia. Russia's. Even Trump today. Even Trump tonight, I see. Tonight, Trump just even was bitching about how Russia's helping North Korea. Obviously, John Kelly's gotten to Trump now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know, fuck. It's all fucking Russia's fault that Kim Jong-un does what he does, fuck. Same with China. How come China? What do you want China to do, fuck? You know what I mean? I know that the United States seem to think that like everyone should do what they want and like be bullied by other countries. Like China's saying, what do you want us to do? He's a crazy neighbor, fuck. Like, leave him alone and he'll leave you alone. Just shut up. Like China's pretty smart. Chinese are very wise people. They've been around forever. They told Trump, just fucking let him fucking launch his shit into the ocean and just let him fucking just shut up. All right. But they don't want that. They want to rock the boat. They want to get Russia involved and Iran involved. Oh, Iran. It's Iran's fault. Fuck. It's Iran and Russia's fault. Everything's Iran and Russia's fault. Fucking Iranians fixing the NBA. We'll take a quick break. The whole North Korean thing is overrated, fuck, right? There's no panic. No one's panicking. They're fucking playing, they're joining forces. The prime minister, the new president of South Korea is Johnny fucking let's make everything good again. He wants to like unite them. You know what I mean? Like the last election in Korea was run on that. It was run on two sides. You've got to understand the South Koreans and North Koreans, they were once one, right? Like they're brothers and sisters, man, right? So the election in South Korea was run on that. There was a hardline guy and a chick. The chick got booted out, right? And then there was the two dudes. There was a guy who said, basically, we're with the U.S. and we want to fucking, fuck Kim Jong-un and all this stuff. And he had the other guy who said, they're our brothers. We're relatives. We need to stop this. We need to fucking like sort of become like Germany and, move to the future and stop this shit. And he won. South Koreans as a whole, they don't dislike North Korea. They just think that they're fucking nuts, right? They don't dislike them, though. They just think that it's Kim Jong-un. He wants attention. He's trying to get a seat at the table with us. So the whole shit about North Korea, don't worry about that shit. Kim Jong-un ain't bombing anything. The only thing is Kim Jong-un can launch one of his missiles into the water. He doesn't know where they're going. That's the problem. Like it could hit a boat or something out there. You know what I mean? Like he could take out a bunch of fishermen or something. Clippers up by 2. Real back and forth game here. 198. See, this is why I took the money line, so I just didn't have to panic the point spread, but One thing I will say, too, if you follow this shit, recently you've heard that the U.S. is considering a pre-strike. The reason they're considering a pre-strike is they're panicking right now because they're seeing, like, fuck, holy shit, the South and the North are going to get along here. We don't like this. Not to mention, fuck, Kim Jong-un can fucking really fuck Seoul up if he wants to. Pretty impressive by the Clippers, digging down deep. I'm liking what I'm seeing from this Clipper team. They're starting to come together, these new guys and shit. Like, they have a new attitude. You can tell. It's not just hype, fuck. I'm not saying they're going far, but I'm pulling for these guys to make the playoffs. What are you doing? Seriously, boy, come on, bro. You just lay it in, man. You just that's a stupid Blake Griffin shit. You're up by 7. You're up by 7. Beautiful little behind the back pass. Take it to the fucking rack. Instead, you do a stupid pass. Now it's a game still. Like for the point spread. Like Blake Griffin, come on, bro. Like that's not smart basketball, man. Like if you want to take that next step to be a real team, man, you can't do that shit. Blake Griffin's trying to fucking show off or put a fucking show on. You're winning by fucking 5 points, bro. Well, they're not going to cover, huh? I money lined it. They might blow the money line. Holy fuck, it's cold. I just said this. I swear to God. They were up by 7 points. There's a minute left. They're killing the clock. What's his name? Telezokic, whatever his fucking name is there. Fucking guy's did the right thing. There's a minute left. Point guard's dribbling the ball, killing the clock, you see. Little behind the slick, behind the back pass to Griffin. It's like, dude, Griffin, now it's your turn to take it to the rack now. Instead, Griffin fucking does some weird, stupid pass, goes up and tries this weird fucking like Harlem Globetrotter shit. I don't know if you heard me bitching. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? And then what happened? It went from 7 to 5. Denver goes down, scores. Now it's fucking 106, 104. Seriously, Blake, all you have to do is take it to the rack. You're up by 7. It's 105-98. You're shooting free throws. The game's over. No. You got to do your little shit. Fuck. This is what I'm talking about, though. You know, you guys dig down deep. Yeah, you're tougher. You're grittier this year. I give you this. But fuck that stupid basketball. You just fucked over all the fucking point spread bettors. Teodosic. Thank you, Yura. Teodosic. It's late. I'm tired. I haven't eaten. We'll end the show in a couple of minutes here. Man, my schedule's all fucked up today, man. It wasn't really just, it wasn't match fixer alert's fault last night, but a couple of nights a week, I can't sleep. I end the show too late. I'm fired up. I get ready for the TV shows the next day. Last night was one of these nights, but it was bad fuck. I didn't fall asleep till like 5:30 in the morning. And I woke up at like fucking 9, and I was like, oh shit, I'm rattled. I was behind schedule all day. I fell asleep again to like 11. Really fucked me up, man. And then after the show, after all my shows today, I fell asleep again. I hate doing that. It's a bad habit. I got to stop it. Fuck. I'm always like getting tired around like 5:36 and I don't sleep ever. So it kicks in and he misses the free throw. I don't believe this. We're going to lose. Why is Teodosic not in the game? Fuck. Like what? I got the money line here. Did you get in on that, Sinceros? I told you, money line. Don't lay the spread. I said money line. We're going to lose the money line now. No, I fucking bitched when he fucking did that stupid fucking pass. Yeah, we're in on Lara Gut. I like it. I like where you're going, match fixing alerts. Sean, you're on the money line. Good. Fucking itchy fucking mustache, beard falling apart. Blake Griffin should quit basketball. I like the Lara Gut play. At 450, we got nothing to lose. Watch, this shit's going to go to overtime. Fuck. Harris loses the ball. Bad possession by the Nuggets at the end of that game. All right, this is where. Have a good night, match fixing alerts. This is where, like, if you bought a half a point to 4, it could come into play here. Oh, and he misses. Oh, fuck off. That could have been for the -4 guys there that bought a half a point. You got to hit this, bro. This last shot here. You need to hit this. They got 2.2 seconds remaining. They're inbounding the ball. Bad pass. Clippers ball. Right now, Clipper bettors are like fucking saying, please foul, please foul. There's 2.2 seconds remaining. They're up by 3. I tell you, it was 2 earlier in the day, guys. They fouled. They fouled. Oh, no, sorry. I thought they fouled. There's the foul. They fouled with 1.4. Oh, 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 fucking -4, -4.5 bettors right now. Ooh, first one's good. This is real now. The closing line was 4.5. There's people in sports books all over the place right now. Like fucking, this is it. This is the point spread. Unbelievable. He hits it. Oh, dude on Denver takes a 3 at the end. Buddy on the Nuggets launched a 3 at the buzzer that nearly went in. Yeah, that's if somebody had the Denver Nuggets, that's a bad beat right there. No, Denver Packers are like, what the fuck? Even if you had Kyrie Cribs, what did you have it at? Did you buy a half a point up to 5, or did you have it at 4, 4.5? What was it? I can't, dude. The Clippers. Fuck. I swear, I know. I don't know, Kyrie, if you don't like buying half points, man, but I don't. I've lost so many times like that, dude. I don't care. I'd rather lay minus 120 and have a half point than lay 110 and not have it. I always say it. I know people, some people that will disagree. I know that the juice adds up. I get it. Look, I was such a pussy. I took the money line. All right. They actually fouled with 1.4 seconds left. Pabanos, right? Pabanos on the Nuggets. I said Vitalis. I said, no, I'm on the Clippers. I gave the Clippers on TV today, but it was minus 2.5 when I gave it. Yeah, I'm not saying, oh, I'm some genius. Fucking, I buy points. Some people think it's a loser move, but I don't like losing by half a point. Like I'll never lose by half a point again, unless I'm in a place where I can't buy half a point. I always buy half a point. Like it's happened to me so many times where even you're like, well, it's like 8.5, 9. You know what I mean? You're like, well, what's the difference? Fuck, 8.5 and 9. And 9's not a key number. And then I swear it'll land on 8. Fuck. I don't mind. Like a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to lay the money line. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like, well, look, I just didn't sweat this out too much at the end. And I was minus 175, but you can build a bankroll betting money lines. Yeah, it's a good way to end. Like you said, it's better than losing, Andrew. I wish I didn't have that much on it, but yeah, better than losing. All right, what time's this Australian game start? What time's the breaker game start? Ooh, nice. All right, the breaker game starts in 20 minutes, guys. 1:35 a.m. Eastern time. New Zealand Breakers -3 back home against the Melbourne United. And United have been on a roll as of late. The Breakers are slipping. Breakers are now 12-7, falling all the way to 4th place. It's a big game for the Breakers. They really got to get back on track now they're back home. I wanted to take the over in this game, but Melbourne United aren't like a really high-scoring team. Breakers are coming off a 90-79 loss to the fucking Hawks. Bad loss that game. When I watched that shit, I lost on it too. I was pissed off. It's a tough game, man. This isn't, this isn't, oh, yeah, don't worry, Melbourne will get it, New Zealand will get it done. I'm not so sure. Fuck. They're back home, though, all right? They're back home. And one thing I will say, the New Zealand Breakers do play in a lot of close games. So consider this if you're laying 3 or minus 167 on the money line. It's a little high, 167, but I'm telling you, even when the Breakers were winning games earlier, if you remember, they often won by 1 and 2. They play a lot of close games, the Breakers. The Breakers at home generally get into the 170s. Like, both teams should get into the 80s in this game. Fucking UNLV. Yeah, I'm not going to take Melbourne. Like I said, I'm on the Perth Wildcat bandwagon, but they're playing tomorrow night, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. They're laying 11 tomorrow against Sydney. 36ers and the Hawks tomorrow as well. Is this coming up later today? No, I think that's tomorrow night. Oh, match fixing alert. You better be quick, match fixing alert. I played minus 175. Well, talking about money lines, Vitalist, it's like betting baseball, right? Dude, can you build a bankroll betting baseball? You know what I'm saying? I actually had a little play at minus 4 as well, but it was too small for me to cry and bitch about, even though it covered. Look, Fresno State about to beat San Diego State, maybe 75-73 with 16 seconds remaining. No, I have no problem playing money line favorites, but at the same point in time, I have no problem playing money line dogs either. But I got to get out of here. But I talked about this on TV today. Pretty crazy. The best bet in the NBA this year, guys, actually has been road dogs. Road dogs cover 53% of the time in the NBA this year. That's the highest clip. And home dogs are covering at a 51% clip. Yeah, it's not bad. Like, home dogs are actually 113 and 105 straight up. It's been or against the spread, sorry. But that's against spread. So if you take it on the money line, you add it up. So home dogs and road dogs, essentially underdogs. It's weird because you think of the NBA as a sort of a favorite league, but the numbers don't lie. I did a little video. It's on the Fantasy Sports Network YouTube page. I went over the trends, the halfway mark of the trends of the NBA season. We'll talk about it tomorrow night here, but this fucking blows. I got my fucking dishwasher. I'm in a luxury condo. The dishwasher hasn't worked for like a year. Before, I didn't care. I never cooked at home, so I never didn't give a shit. I didn't bitch at the chick too much. And the landlady's pretty cool here, so I don't fucking harass her, and she doesn't harass me. But now I'm fucking pissed off, fuck. Last thing I want to do is fucking do a couple of dishes now so I can make something to fucking eat. I don't know. I might make spaghetti right now, but it's a little late for that. So I think I'm going to go bacon and eggs. Nothing wrong. Bacon and eggs, you can eat 24 hours a day. Never a wrong time of the day to eat bacon and eggs. We're taking the New Zealand Breakers on the money line and the over. Fuck. And we're gearing up for the weekend. We're going to put our serious hats on this weekend and win some fucking money. We'll hit the college basketball on Saturday and get this shit going. Don't forget, we're going to be in Costa Rica for the Super Bowl. We'll have more details about that in the coming days. Other than that, you're on your own. Thanks for tuning in, guys. May the winners be yours. Go Lara Gut to finish on the podium. New Zealand Breakers, money line over 166. Other than that, you're on your own later.